Welcome to another episode of Conscious Reconstruction. I am the host with the most, aka Tony Melbourne, aka Mr. Hero. Mr. Hero. All right. Well,
Hero.
I guess I'm Mr. Hero. But not Mr. Heroes, because that shit is disgusting horse ass meat. Any of you niggas that eat Mr. Heroes is disgusting, trifling ass niggas.
What, you don't like the Roman burgers?
That horse meat?
Man,
Delicious.
you going hard on people.
Delicious.
Mm.
Mr. Hero.
So good.
Also, for the people who are down that listen to us down in Texas, Mr. Heroes is a local
He said,
Ohio chain that
Yes,
does
Horse
not
meat.
exist outside of here.
I don't give a fuck what
That
it
is literally,
Horse meat.
it is terrible for you. It's not super great.
It's
tastes so
expensive.
good. It tastes
They give you a
so
cup of
good
cheese, of
with
nacho
your
cheese that they
fries,
just...
and we get it. I get it every time.
Oh my God.
Every
I
fucking
actually
time.
don't eat Mr. Heroes.
I eat Mr.
As you can
Heroes.
tell, the rest of the
I
crew is
don't
here.
eat meat
And this is
right now in my life, but I am
good.
thirsty for a
Good.
Mr. Hero sandwich.
Because no, it's not good. It'll tear
I
your
don't
body up.
care what
It'll
it
destroy
is.
you.
It do. It fucks me up. I get acne, everything.
Yeah,
It's
see, it's not good
a
for you.
terrible
That's
experience
what horse meat do to you.
afterwards. Afterwards is a horrible experience. I wish I never done it, but it's like crack. So
Mr. Heroes is really the opposite of crack as far as
to
I'm
me,
concerned.
man, I've
It's
loved
like-
Mr. Hero since I was a kid. Since I was like, yeah.
So, as someone who didn't grow up here as a native, I came here and saw my mother order one. Say, I'm out Mr. Heroes. You want some? No.
You want a Roman burger?
What is that?
yes,
It's a-
Fuck-
it's
Or there
it's
are other
really
burgers
just a
where they
hand-
just put two patties
man
and
no,
on a
Mr.
longer piece of bread. I'm like, what is this ghetto witchcraft?
No,
No, I'm not
Heroes.
fucking with you niggas.
Dang, I
at
know
all.
what good food tastes like, and I don't.
All I know
understand,
is
Mr.
Tony was
Heroes.
not doing it then.
And they
Tony's
tend to
not
only be
doing it
places.
now.
Well, that's not even
Mr.
true.
Heroes.
They're all over Cleveland.
Yeah,
and
no,
there are
there's
really
one
a lot of
There's
them.
one in Shaker.
Yeah, it's a lot of them, and I love them.
There is one in Shaker right next to the paint store.
I don't know. You probably walked out and was like, I need to go get food.
Them niggas walked in with it. It's like, you niggas eat this horse meat?
so good.
And they said, what?
Horse meat
And I
Nothing
said,
for you.
"Yeah, horse meat. You niggas eating the horse? Something wrong with y'all?"
I miss it so much.
Oh, no.
I don't know if that's gonna be one of my first meals if I could ever eat like.
You better go to something a little bit more highbrow than that.
Not because I'm thinking like, what's gonna be my first meal when I'm just like can eat something that's not vegetarian. And it was between a chicken sandwich, Chick-fil-A.
You
and Mr.
better
Heroes might
wean
be
yourself
right
back
there.
on that. It's going to be a real bad time if you haven't eaten meat in a while and you just start eating meat whole hog.
Yeah. No, I started eating aged fish today. It was nice. Aged shrimp. So I know you guys don't like it, but it's a big achievement for me since every time I ate it, I was over a toilet. So
For
I'm
me,
excited.
it's not like there was a point in time when I did like fish,
yeah.
and then I had to pray to the porcelain throne for like 2 days, and I was just like, yeah, no, never.
Oh, if y'all want a really
No,
good
it's just
restaurant
nasty.
that I took this weekend that I ate at, it's in Minter. No, it's in Willoughby. Or you could call it Isho No Something Ramen. Superb.
If you want a cool little spot, since we recommend the places to eat, I like BJ's
Yeah, but
Brew
it's
House and
good.
Restaurant.
It's good.
Like they got a good little pulled pork burger. that
Apparently,
be
they have like
smacking.
$10 loaded burger days too. Saw a
Yeah.
random advertisement online.
You know,
I
so
realized that was the thing.
Food.
if you-
I
if you
have
fuck
no
with them,
like
check
close
it
to the
out.
best food places.
I don't really care about them like that, but she was saying something, and I was like, "Oh, they're in Manor."
Yeah. No, that was some BJ's is good. But this one is it's on Euclid.
What they
Mhm.
serve?
It's Japanese food. That yakisoba. Fuck, that shit was so good. I had sushi, which was delicious. And then we
Boom.
had like shrimp dumplings. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah,
You're trying to kill me.
No, because it like the yakisoba, I'm pretty sure y'all like. It's pretty basic, but it is so good. It's one of those places where like somebody put real thought into it because as you're chewing, it's good on the first bite, but then you chew more and it gets better.
Oh yeah, the entire point is it develops on your palate as you go.
No, them motherfuckers know what the fuck they was doing. Because usually you just chew some shit and be good and like, oh, these motherfuckers know what they was doing. When I experienced that, I'm like, fuck, man.
Oh, that's part of the reason why I do want to actually go to a larger city, because the larger city you have a lot more
Yeah.
food imprints. in terms of like I can
Yes.
experience different things and it can be actually be culturally correct as opposed to like, what are you eating? I'm eating
Yeah.
American Chinese food.
Here, like you gotta really go search for it. It's not at your doorstep like it would be somewhere else. This one, I would say like I wouldn't dog my city, but it's like really few and really spread out. And you
Like,
gotta go really find it.
I can get you a good Thai place. I can get you a good
Right.
like there are some good Italian places, real Italian places, not
Italian?
necessarily like Olive Garden or something like that.
Yeah, I went to an actual like Spanish food place, but that of course that was in Westlake. It wasn't like 10 of them. It was in Westlake and they like threw the napkin on my shoulder. I'm like, and he was like doing shit for me that like it was kind of upscale because he was doing shit for me that I usually do. Like when he put the napkin, I'm like, I'm trying to grab it from him.
I don't need you.
He did it on my lap. I'm like, what the fuck? He started like just doing things for me. I'm just like, and I was like, oh man, I feel poor. Like I really felt like when Jack Dawson was on Titanic trying to pretend to be like one of them niggas. Like I really felt poor. I'm like, geez, I'm not really used to people catering to me. I'm like, I gotta chill out. And the girl, the woman that I went with, that one that took me, she just sitting there chilling. I'm like, bitch, I'm not used to this. Give me some pointers. But I had to figure out on my own.
Oh no, you don't need pointers. Just react how the person that you're going there also reacts.
No, I'm just so used to it. So it was like a knee-jerk reaction, like, oh, like taking, like, I don't know. What was it?
I mean, I can understand you reacting weird to random dudes reaching down near your crotch inside the middle of dinner. It's just like, excuse me.
And the other stuff. It just made me realize, like, I got a lot to learn about some etiquette, I guess. But
about European etiquette.
yeah,
The problem with any kind of etiquette is it varies based upon the place that you go to.
this is true.
Like, you go to Japan or China and try and tip somebody, you can go, or heck, even we're the only people who tip.
Yeah, I've heard
But
that.
it's just like, oh, you gonna get stabbed in the throat. You think we so broke we need money? Excuse me.
You want extra money? I
Excuse
don't
me.
know.
You
I just
left
leave
your
extra-
change.
I
Why
left-
are you running with a knife in one hand and money in the other?
Man, that's gonna be an experience. I hope to find that out. So I really don't like tipping, but I feel like a piece of shit when I don't. So
No one bullies me in anything. I tip most of the time because I feel like most of the time I get pretty decent service. But
that's true.
if you cross me and you fuck some stuff up, your tip will suffer.
Yeah, I don't
Now-
tip bad people, but I also don't understand why I give you extra money, nigga. You work here. Fuck, you need extra money for, fucking weirdo.
Well,
But okay, I guess.
I
don't know.
also know on the places where I didn't have to tip, like there's this place called Grand Mercy Tavern inside of New York.
Mm-hmm.
There's no tipping everything, and you don't have, and because of that, you don't have like a designated waiter. So it means the service was just like off the charts. You can just ask whoever randomly walks past
Oh wow.
to get you whatever you need. They will go get it, and everything's included in the price already. Bam, boom, bam. I think tipping actually makes service worse, not better.
We don't care about
Really?
Yeah, because it incentivizes like this one for everyone for themselves type of mentality. So
Like, subscribe, comment, share. I feel like I gotta get that off in the beginning of the episode. Me and the listeners had a conversation.
I'm sure.
I
he
thought you were
did.
just trying to subliminally message like, comment, subscribe.
No, he
like,
probably
comment,
said some
subscribe.
fuck shit about us. But go ahead, host.
Tony's the least tipping
And
this
he did it
motherfucker
right
here.
next to us. He did it right next to us. You know what?
Tony, I have literally
I
seen.
want to talk about
I hope your friend come over and just touch you.
why
somewhere.
women don't.
Oh,
I'll be
have-
flick his hair.
You know, on the conversation of friends, since she brought it to that, let's talk about
baby,
women
Mhm.
and
Their lack
their
of
lack of like.
ability to pick friends.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with Charles's words. Lack of ability to pick friends. I was trying to find a polite way to say it.
Oh, I thought that was the polite way of saying it.
Me too. I don't know another way of saying it.
Lack of.
I
See,
would
whenever you say lack of anything,
yeah, see that. So I wouldn't say
Inability?
lack of. I wouldn't say. I would say missteps when it comes to discernment and friend picking.
That sounds like
real
you're
cute.
tiptoeing away from.
Yeah, yeah,
tiptoeing
yeah.
around.
I
Yeah.
understand.
That you asked me how I would do it, so there you go.
I understand completely.
I gave you the answer. But anyway, we can go with women's lack of ability to make friends.
No, particularly pick friends. I feel like a lot of women like have no problems like doing the initial thing.
I was having a conversation with the lady I was telling you about at the gym for the podcast. And me and her actually talked about it, and that's where I came up with the like full concept of how and why it's an issue. Men, when they meet each other, there's a certain level of like boundary setting and like jostling for positioning. And so we all have like clear defined roles and positions and like an unspoken semblance of a hierarchy. Where women, y'all are just immediately best friends as soon as you meet each other. Y'all don't just establish any boundaries or like what's okay for you and what's not okay. Y'all are just, that's my best friend. And then when y'all do foul shit to each other, y'all excuse it publicly to the other person and shit on them privately to your other friends who also do the same thing because y'all haven't really learned how to establish boundaries for some reason.
But I guess when someone crosses me, it's like, hey, you motherfucker, you crossed me.
Yeah, like men are really like, hey, no, I don't like that. Don't do that to me. And women are like, and that's my best friend. Bitch, you don't know her. You met her at the gym today and you're inviting her to dinner. What is going on? No, she can't come over. No, I don't want to meet her.
I want her to meet my boyfriend.
No, I don't want to hang out with her. No, I don't want to do any of these things with this random person you just met.
I don't know them from.
You don't know. Not that I don't know them. You don't know them. You just met them.
I think she's cool. This is
based off of what? Y'all both go to the gym and you liked each other's outfit.
Yep.
All right, cool. And now y'all are best
and she
friends.
has some really nice braids.
What boundaries were established? What commonality was really gained there?
We like to
y'all don't do any of
we
the
both
like
like to work out. We both like to get
until
our nails done.
retroactively discovering that I hate this bitch. This bitch foul, but you still hang out with her. I'm confused.
So what?
It's not your friend.
Do you think women work their way backwards?
Yes, and so where I learned that is in the military. We had a sister flight. They were really together and very like best friend, and we're sisters in this in the very beginning of basic training. Us as the guys were very much not that.
It's like standoffish.
Who are you? Why are you in my space, in my face? I used to walk around kicking niggas in the chest. No, there was definitely like a level of establishing like pecking order and like where is what, like.
Well, first things first, like, what were your drill sergeants doing? Were they just allowing this to happen? And that dude just kicked that dude in the chest.
They didn't see it, and no one told.
I just
Why would we
imagine
tell?
the
I would do a
nigga's
spinning
reaction.
kick.
No, I'm not even thinking about that. It's just like no one saw anything. I mean,
I'm imagining a nigga that just accepted his order. Because if you kick a nigga in the chest and he don't do nothing, he just nod his head and go.
I didn't tell you nothing. I'm not telling you anything. I used to just like.
I know. That's what I'm
walk
saying.
past
Like,
you
what if you just nod
and,
your head and just be like, all right,
I was
well, I know I'm
good at,
not
like,
the top
doing
one.
a spin kick where we're like parallel, and then I spin and pivot and swing the leg that's far from you around into your chest.
yeah, that's a spinning.
Yeah,
Like a
I do a
spinning
spinning
kick.
kick
That's what I'm
into
saying.
your
I
chest.
get it.
Well,
like-
yeah, it's kind of like it's not really a spinning heel kick because you're not landing with your heel, but
I get that, but like a reaction could be just whatever, or fight you back. Like
No,
it could be
at that point,
those
I had
things.
established that like my pecking order was like relatively high.
Yeah.
I'm pretty cocky. But I'm also like gonna hang out with like the less popular ones of the crew because I like them. They're cool people. Like Tyler Fling is one of my best friends. I love this nigga. If you listen to this, I love you, bro. Like he happened to be from a small town in Ohio. I got put in charge of everybody that was coming out of like the Cleveland airport to go to basic training. So like he was just always, he came with me, he was in my flight, and so he was just there. So like, you my nigga. And so he's a little more demure in personality. So I don't care about that. You my nigga, so I'm kicking it with you. but that means that they don't really fuck with you. So like we over here, but that's cool because I kick it with the Jamaicans too, and they already know that how I'm giving it up. So there's only so much that's gonna happen.
You gotta set the lines with the Jamaicans.
No, the Jamaicans love me. It was the other white boys that Fling had an issue with. But like I calmed the issue down, but then I had to lift Fling up in the air and be like, bro, you gotta chill too. Because Fling was ready to fight. No, sir, we're not doing that.
Fling
right
was
now.
ready to fling these hands.
He no, for real. And I get that they tripping, but I got it.
Like I'm from a small black dude from a small town in Ohio.
You can't do that.
be fighting.
No, white dude.
Oh,
Yeah, Fling was a white boy.
it's just like
Fling was a short white boy, like 5'4". I loved him.
a 5'4" white dude also from a small
He
town in
took,
Ohio. Also be
painkillers
fighting.
so he could run and finish his PT test. I also used to be like the medicine man inside of basic training. Like I was always going to the doctor. Like that was my little play to get out of doing like random shit I didn't really want to. So I had all the like pain pills and shit like that. And I also did pull my groin. So then I got good pain pills. And so I would hook everybody up and like be like the pharmacist. They'd be like, Rogers, you got something? Hey, let me check. yeah.
What are you were in the Air Force. It couldn't have been that difficult.
It wasn't difficult. It's the lack of recuperation and rehabilitation time.
Oh, well, yeah, just having
that
to
your
do it
body doesn't.
day after day after
Yeah, continuous, and then you're in boots doing this, which isn't really the best for you. Marching isn't in boots all day isn't the greatest for your knees or your feet, and running in boots is terrible for you on pavement. And that's what you do when you're like marching places or you're double timing somewhere. That's all on pavement. So no, none of this is good for you. So if you do get shin splints or an injury, which shin splints is really common,
Yeah.
and you don't want to get washed out and get held back, you got to figure it out. So
I mean, I think they
Come to
let
the
you do
medicine
all
man.
your running and stuff like that in running shoes now.
I don't know what they do now.
Uh,
We did PT in running shoes, but that had nothing to do with like if we got to be to an appointment and we're a little behind that we about to be hustling to that bitch. We running in a march. Yeah, so yeah, it was a very interesting experience. But I would see at the end of it, the women were extremely catty. Y'all were so together in the beginning, but then hated each other at the end. And I was like, y'all didn't set no boundaries. Y'all were just immediately cool with each other, and now y'all don't understand y'all positions. And now y'all all mad at these petty slights that have happened. Whereas men, I could walk around kicking niggas in the chest because we all understood where I ranked inside of this and where everything fell and like what boundaries were there established and which ones were and weren't crossed. So me kicking some people in the chest, that's funny. It's like, haha, that's what Rogers is gonna do. Y'all taking a bitch's comb and accidentally moving it somewhere could be World War III because y'all haven't established any boundaries. Y'all hate each other for real. Won't say nothing.
Sergeant was mad at me because my bun looked messed up.
Yeah, so no. Women don't set boundaries with each other. They just allow each other to kind of
You fucked me up when I was
do
doing
whatever.
with
And it's like,
CQC.
I don't understand why y'all are like that. It's like, you just met her. You don't know her. Or shit, it's with people. It's not even always with women. It's just like or shit, it's with men too. A lot of it, you just met, you don't know him. I love him.
I definitely don't do that.
You don't know him, but I love him. All right. You do it. I also explained to her how women were children. And I got the typical, what you mean? And then I explained it, and she's like, I've never had anybody explain it to me like that. Yeah, because y'all are kids. Yeah. So that might be another podcast coming that's on women and like she wants to talk about like women accountability and just like different like pro women things, but from like a real perspective of not just like all the shit we do is correct. So I was like, that sounds cool.
Okay.
You better.
But yeah, no, that's why women don't keep friends because they don't set boundaries in the beginning.
I actually have a pretty good friend retention rate.
Because y'all have boundaries with each other.
Oh.
If someone slighted you, you're going to speak up about it. You're not going to go tell your other friends and hold that in forever and just think that they're a bastard.
I mean, if it's really that
That's
much
weird.
of a problem where I need to go talking to other people, I probably need to talk to them about it. And
Ex-
that's also 9 times out of
exactly.
10. That is the advice that you get from a dude. It's just like, you know what you should do? You should go talk to them about it. I just needed some time to articulate it before I went to go talk to them about it. Okay. But we're not going to talk about this again.
Yeah, no, like, why are we talking about it? I don't
Oh,
have a
because
problem
yeah,
with you.
blah, 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 blah. Oh,
No. You go talk to him.
I mean, but women like to vent way more than dudes do. It seems like I vent sometimes, but women be
I
venting every
don't
single
have
day.
a problem with venting. Venting isn't the issue. It's the venting without the other step of then addressing the issue. You vented and got all of your hypercharged emotions out to someone that's a neutral party. Cool. Now that you're at level head, go address your shit with the bitch that really made you upset. They don't do that, so they just remain angry at this one.
Yep.
Like, venting's fine. Address your issue.
I mean, it's just my primary thing is when I hear venting is typically people venting to me about work.
I had some other topics too, shit.
And they be coming to me. Well, she be coming to me, and they be coming to me like, "Oh, well, blah 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 did this, he did that."
Oh, I had something funny. It has nothing to do with this, but I don't want to forget.
Go,
Dr. Umar was caught with a white woman.
I get to go home. I'm done.
Dr. Umar.
Yeah, he was caught with a white woman. He was out getting her number. Like, I'll show y'all the video. I got it. I saved the link and everything, so that way I could pull it up when we was doing the show. I was like, no, I got to talk about this because this is hilarious. Because where is it at? Where's his video of him? Because no, he chopping her down. He laughing.
Please stop.
Like, no, he having a amazing time.
Want full
This
buddy?
is my dad, man, Dr. Umar. Look at him chopping her down, laughing. He did the whole
He
lean
bent over.
and laugh.
Like, this bitch is hilarious
Yeah.
right now. Oh, you gotta see it.
Here you go, Charles.
Oh,
You want it?
I mean,
Just start it over.
Oh my God.
But yeah, no, he is.
you're not even, dude. My main problem out here is like
He not
you
even.
out here disregarding your entire message for somebody who ain't even all that great.
She do look regular as fuck, don't she?
Oh, regular is giving her a Scopes more credit than I would give her.
Hmm.
But hey,
That's amazing.
it's just like, I don't know. It's like with Tiger Woods. It's like you
Yeah,
out
you
here
got
throwing
the-
away. You out
It's
here
part
throwing
two.
stuff away for the most average, most pedestrian girl. You wouldn't even buy a 12-foot,
Hey, but-
foot long
Hey,
sub
but
for.
don't be a menace while drinking gin in the
Drinking juice.
predict it. It showed that nigga that was blackly black with that white milk toast queen.
It's just weird
This
as
is
fuck.
just-
Like, why do black dudes do that? Like,
I had to tell you because we always make the Dr. Umar jokes. I got the Dr. Umar soundboard
Donations.
that is like,
so it's just like
they just choose
you
like,
caught chopping down a white girl like Belly. Oh, you hilarious, baby. What?
oh my
You know,
God.
get my number right though. What are you doing in the phone?
I don't understand that phenomenon. Like, I don't understand why when black dudes pick white women for the most part, if it's just regular and they don't like basketball players or something like that. I'm gonna say that's the only instance where I see they just pick like a 6 at best with these white ladies. What is that? Like, is y'all just excited
This is the
because y'all
reason
got a
why
white
we all
girl?
this is the reason why we all celebrate Russell Wilson. He bounced like a motherfucker. He was dating this girl when he was at when he was at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And then it's just like he hit her with the I'm gonna upgrade you. All right, I'm married to Sierra now. Shoot.
I'm just be really confused.
You ain't even get
I'd
me
be
before
like,
I left
will
you before I finished my
say
first
that
contract.
The reason I understand it for NFL and NBA players is because they've probably been in some type of preparatory environment, which
yeah.
is white.
Or those type of white
So,
girls just hang around knowing what they
Like
could get.
Brodie James,
I can see that.
he's been in like private school where the majority of the women are white.
Or you're going to Catholic school,
So-
or you're going to places on scholarship.
Things like
But
that I
these
see. But
regular niggas-
Dr. Umar is someone who like I think they got a
Basketball
lot of
players.
I think they got a lot of self-hate.
Yeah.
And then they try and push that off as other people not doing what they supposed to be doing in the black community. And then they go and get a white woman, which is like,
And Leo asked for a white girl.
Sir, you have argued against this for hours
I'm against
and decades
I'm against multiracial
And years.
relationships.
and many different moments and times. You don't want any multiracial, nothing.
I mean, you know, Dr. Umar probably out here trying to develop himself a harem.
You hate Charles.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm pretty black. It's just
There's
like
some white in there somewhere.
both my parents are black. Both their parents are black. It's like my
you
grandfather's
and Ash
Native
both
American.
got them Anglo-Saxon toes. So we know that there's white in there.
I mean, yeah, probably somewhere
And
somebody in my
Umar's
family.
not going to like that.
Well, I mean, apparently
Because you're
he
not
is.
all white. No,
Whoa,
you got to
whoa,
be
whoa,
all
whoa.
white.
No.
No. See, this is what I learned. I learned that he don't like mixed people because you're not all white. He wanted to say all white or not at all. Yeah, half-ass white motherfuckers.
It's just like, I need some cream for my coffee.
Yeah, no, that shit was hilarious. I saw that. I was like, oh, I got to tell the group that Dr. Umar was caught with a white woman out here chopping it down.
I also find it funny that a good portion of the European basketball players who be sliding over here also wind up with like black wives, because Dirk came over here and he was just like, I know where I'm going. He'd be walking into Thanksgiving games with whole plates with aluminum foil over him. He'd just be like, it's just like looking at these basketball players like, what's wrong with y'all?
I got dinner. I don't know what y'all got
It's just
going
like,
on.
dude, we about to go out and play a whole basketball game. See,
I'm going to eat dinner.
my wife's mother would not let me walk out the house without a plate.
So I got
That's
a
how
plate.
y'all know y'all wives don't really love y'all.
I got my plate. And I'm going to eat this.
In your face.
Yeah.
Probably why I'm still on the
Busting down
sideline.
The people he say he hate the most.
But yeah, no, the fact that Dr. Umar says he hates,
he really out here.
Yeah,
At least
no.
I'm like, well, maybe. I don't know.
but that shit was hilarious.
I mean, at
to me.
nauseum, I don't trust them dudes.
I don't like when you first get into it.
This is another reason not to.
Yeah, like I hope this shows the community, whatever the fuck that means for anybody out there listening. These niggas is hustling you, like hustle.
All them
is
donations
strong.
disappeared for a reason.
And they about to go to the harem. Apparently, that is so fucking.
Oh, how do y'all feel about the
strange.
donations for the Black Lives Matter lady?
Oh, fuck her.
what
They
you
don't do shit either.
They
Exactly. What she do?
Well, I'm trying to figure out what this particular situation.
Did black
Did
people's
money
lives
disappear?
get better?
Let me see. I'll go to it.
I mean, I don't know. Mine was fine the entire time. So,
Didn't elevate. You know what I'm saying? One less cop looking at you. I don't know. What was they supposed
I mean,
to be
I don't
doing?
really get pulled over all that much to begin with.
But I'm just saying, like, if you keep complaining about something, all right, and some people giving you millions of dollars, you would hope to see some effective change. I don't know. It's just
I mean,
me.
it's a
Just like
problem with
Honeybee.
nonprofits at nauseum throughout the entire world. Or not the entire world, particularly with American nonprofits.
Mhm.
They be out here taking money and then they pay themselves very well. And then they just kind of ship all some money to it. But I don't know. It's going to take an honest to God concentrated effort in order to get some of these things changed. And it's just like,
Money
what you
is a
got to
good
do, you
way.
got to start.
So basically, there is mistakes made with tax filings
Of course, it
when
was.
they got the $90 million after the killing of George Floyd.
What mistakes were made with tax filing.
And what she's saying is that
That's right.
when they
That's right.
got
Use your
that
fucking Virgo
$90
skills on
million,
this one.
they didn't have
You're
the
not trying to hear that
infrastructure
shit.
to really handle that influx of cash. And so they just actually made errors and through not knowing the proper ways to go about handling this large amount of capital.
So what you're saying is y'all had too many people spending money and nobody keeping track of it?
And that's exactly what it sounded like to me, Charles.
Because it sounds like you
Look
had
at
too many
Charles
people.
over here. Told
Too many
you.
people have access. Well, one, your purchases to pretty much be going through like one or two people.
Say that shit again, Charles. Like
So-
I said.
I guess here's the next real question. How much money's left?
Well,
Because if you're talking about like, we're missing like $3 million out of the 90. Not so bad in the grand scheme of things. If you're talking about we lost 25, like, yo, there's no way y'all just lost $25 million. Somebody laundered that fucking money.
It don't matter.
I'm running through here. It's just like, yo, why are y'all all out here running with Beamers and Mercedes right now?
These people are not for you. Be very, 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 very wary of someone trying to lead a group or anything anywhere. First of all, you have full fucking sovereignty. I given advice to somebody. I give them like, oh, I wrote a book on it and maybe here's what we could do. But a group or leader, dude, you got full sovereignty. You niggas not even paying attention to your own community and worrying about.
Kohler, who is one of the founders of the Black Lives Matter group, uploaded an interview the same day that it was reported by the Post that the rapper and entrepreneur Damon Turner, the father of her youngest child, was paid almost 5 times the amount of Black Lives Matter paid to Trayvon Martin to the Trayvon Martin Foundation. According to the group's latest filings, the IRS could pay Turner's company $969,000 for production design and media service in fiscal year of 2020. And in addition, so almost $1 million there, in addition to almost $1 million for security, which that could be legit. Reasonable, yeah.
Like, but I mean, 900,000.
That's still $2 million.
That's damn near $1 million. I'm not gonna say like of all the things that people have stolen, that's gonna be the most. People have laundered more money from a place.
She also stepped down after it was revealed that she went on a $3.2 million real estate buying spree, but she denied that was from any of the money from the charity, and it didn't show up on the IRS filings.
How much was she paying herself?
I don't know. It's not saying.
Like, I don't know. These are kind of things. Now, functionally, I believe at some point, in order to get anything done, you're going to have to move as a group. But it's honestly going to take somebody. It's going to take a rare type of person. It's going to take a weirdo like me.
I would say you can do what you will. But once they start putting it in the mainstream and you start seeing it on here, this is what we need to do as a people, as opposed to Charles just kind of sitting us down. Well, maybe we should move in this way because we all have a common goal. That's way fucking different.
Well, it's like, I don't mind moving it into the mainstream, but it's going to take a weirdo in particular just to be like, so here's what we're going to do. Here's our actual focus. And we're actually just going to focus on this thing. But this person got shot over here. Nope, we're going to go one place at a time. So we started in Minnesota, or we started in Cleveland. We're going to fix Cleveland. And then we're going to go over to Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the way that we ultimately get all these things done is just like, I know it sucks that they're out here playing that game, but now we got $90 million. We can play that game too.
Right.
It's just like people out here in Cleveland, like they're out here nickel and diming themselves for like these lowball things. It's just, if I show up to a politician and say 100,000 right now, I want all these things to happen. Bet you they do.
If somebody came to me and be like, I know what's best for you. Sorry, who the fuck are you? I'm not moving with you. I don't know what any of that means. I refuse. Thank you, though, for so much. But I'm going to just do my thing over here and hope that all the other shit works out for the best. But me doing that is something that, like, I'll quickly realize, me personally, that's just not for me.
Like, and it's only going to take 2 election cycles more than likely.
Yeah. No,
because it's like, all you got to do is give them money one time, get them dependent upon the money, and be like, yo, unless you redistrict this the way that we need to redistrict this and and actually pass some gerrymandering laws, y'all not about to get this. Y'all not about to get this $50,000 a piece next year. But we need that $50,000. Well, get it done, and then it'll get done.
I don't know what's best for you. And now, Charles, I would never impede on your life like that. I don't know what's best for Tony. I don't know what's best for y'all. But y'all know what's best for yourselves, and I know what's best for me.
I mean, I know it's good for me not to get shot by the police.
It is. That's pretty cool. But
I
you
think
don't need nobody else telling you that. And if somebody in your nigga, you need to move like I need you to move. You could just go away, and I could just go my way, and then peace be on
things
to
aren't
you.
necessarily going to get always going to get done that way, though.
Yeah,
Everyone moving separately is not necessarily what's always needed.
Yeah, see, me, I'm not interested in trying to fix Black people's problems because that's a concept that I really just don't vibe with.
I'm trying to fix my problems that just so happen to be everyone else's problems too. It's just like, I don't want to get shot. Do you want to get shot? Probably not.
Nah, and I hope I never get shot. And I hope you niggas never try to parade me around like, this is what Ash would have wanted. I'm letting y'all know right fucking now. I don't want to be on no fucking t-shirt. I'm not a part of y'all movement. If I get shot by a cop, it's because Ash was trying to fight the cop.
If she gets shot by the cop, I'm going to delete this episode and I'm going to turn her into a martyr.
No,
the fuck
I'm not.
Because
what you talking about? We going to flip that.
I'm going to take your
I swear to God, if I end up on the fucking shirt.
No. I swear to God.
I'm going to utilize it to the best of my ability.
It better be. And I swear to God, anybody pull out a phone.
No, Ash,
we going to keep the money.
You going to be
the
we gonna set up Riley
that helps us push this company forward.
And we going to move forward.
Yeah.
And but you know the funny thing is,
my video
I don't think
online,
Tony would bullshit and then probably not even making a non-profit.
My
he would make it a poor profit.
Better be me fighting a cop. If we're gonna go down this way, I need to fight a cop. I'm not going down like no bitch. What is wrong with y'all? I'm fighting the cop.
I'm gonna lie about the reason why you were fighting him.
I begged to get out of this, and he just held me down. You're not about to have me look like no punk bitch for the rest of my life. Yeah. Absolutely not.
I'm just going to delete this and parade you around on a t-shirt.
No.
I'll put Riley in a t-shirt.
Look at this motherless child.
Yeah.
And
what
Riley
talking about?
And Riley gonna be out here. And she gonna be out here doing her own.
Get dollars.
And you gonna be in her face taking pictures.
Like, getting dollars.
And she gonna be like, why are we doing this? $110,000. Oh, that's the reason why.
Yeah, we making so money for us.
Oh, okay.
Riley,
she gonna be
get a house, Riley.
You setting your child up for life.
School. We're gonna figure out some other good ways to continue your education.
And
your mom didn't want you
know
there.
what? They're gonna try and do an expose on us, and we're gonna be like, we never told y'all this was this.
Okay, I'm kind of with this, but I do have
to. You're never gonna take
stipulations.
care of your daughter. Your daughter got to get set up, but yeah, we definitely get into the bag.
I'm kind of with this.
We never even lied. We've been playing.
I understand the bigger picture.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not going out like no bitch. You're not about to see me on the ground.
We've been paying taxes on this like this is a real business.
This nigga in the face. I'm gonna try to go after his gun. I'm gonna kick the gun. Like, I'm gonna do so much in this video.
With that on the table, Ohio's gun laws are actually changing. They will be officially changed on the 13th of July.
Stay ready, all stars. So everybody's carrying
a little
now.
more.
Damn, everything changing in
than
July.
a week. No, in June. Excuse me, June 13th. So a little more than a week. It'll be going to pretty much similar to what Texas has right now, and with the way mass shootings have been going on, how do you guys feel about that? And do you think that Ohio will see an uptick?
I
hope not. But I don't know.
As of now, just now, I have to walk around treating everyone like they have a gun, and it is actually it's actually plausible.
I think most people don't have guns. I think some people have guns, but I don't think most people have guns.
But now everyone can conceal carry without any kind of any mitigating factor. I already kind of think like everyone has guns. Now I have to think like everyone has guns.
I would say you never know when anybody's carrying, but
exactly.
I think most people just don't have them. I think some people have them.
So
but
neutralize everyone
with
the highest degree of force to the point where they cannot do anything.
I'm okay with this. I think people should be protecting themselves, but I'm also not gonna move around in like fear, being like, "Oh, nigga," like that's not me.
That's not even just all niggas; it's all everybody. I can't
trust
like, none of y'all.
No, I'm talking about inside. Like I wouldn't put myself on the defense because I'm a firm believer in like defense invites attack. So if I feel like I have to defend something, that means I'm inviting something for it to attack you per se.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like live by the gun, die by the gun, right?
No. Well, not right now. It's like,
But I'm saying if you got one, then you ready for somebody else to have one. So you ready for somebody. That's what I'm saying. You
I
prepare.
mean, that's
your
quintessentially
mind.
what they're always saying. Is just like, I need to be ready for someone else just in
Right.
case
So
they are.
energetically, or even not, just having somebody with the gun. Like, I know he has a gun, so now just make everybody just go like this. And niggas, when they like this, there's no time to really think rationally. It's just time to protect yourself. So I'm not gonna walk around being fearful, but I hope it doesn't uptick. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it did, but I wouldn't also be surprised if it stayed the same. That makes sense.
But I also kind of think that everyone who was probably inclined to get a concealed carry permit probably was already in the process of getting one or already had one.
Mm-hmm.
So the likelihood of it being a real uptick is probably a bit lower.
Right, because now you got to think about the people who actually really have it legally versus the people who don't. And I guess in my fear-riddled mind, I would think niggas that don't have it legally probably outweighing the number of the people who do have it. Or I'm being pessimistic, and it could be the other way around.
Well, I think the people who don't have it legally aren't necessarily the ones that are looking to like commit mass shootings either, though.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true.
So like they been had it. It was like, well, we chilling. We use
Right.
this when we need to, and the niggas that can get it legally are like, we're gonna use it immediately.
Okay.
But that's
It's
more
like
of my
they're
thing. It's like it's not the criminals that I'm really worried about. It's you niggas that go to the store, buy it, and then be like, oh, now I have it, and I'm gonna just shoot everybody.
Yep,
It's like,
everybody about to be up like June 13th. Everyone's gonna be up in Walmart. Give me that.
We'll see.
yeah, we shall see. So it's just like because I know there was
Whenever
just
anybody
another
reaches toward-
shooting in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which rest in peace to the people that died in that shooting, which is, and it was just like literally like a day later from the other shooting. We thought it was like this just is a consistent.
It's been consistent.
Well, I'll say it's been a consistent in states where gun laws are lax or people are driving to the state. Like New York really doesn't have lax gun laws, but the nigga drove
Like
to like get it popping there. So it's like, well, you can't really stop that.
It's like
If they're gonna drive from another place, then that kind of is what it is. But most is like Texas. You guys, whatever. Same thing with Oklahoma. You guys, whatever. And now Cleveland's kind of like, whatever. And so it's like, well, they don't really have to go anywhere. Or same with Georgia. Georgia's kind of like whatever with guns.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how like the thing with the church happened. So it's just like all these states that just have like whatever laws. Y'all have mass shootings inside your states from your people. Like they just like, I don't got to go nowhere.
now correlation does not necessarily imply causation,
Not
but
at all. I'm not saying
you
that it's
gotta
a
look
cause,
at, but you also have to take a look at things sometimes when these two things do trend in the same direction. If you want to actually solve the problem, which it doesn't really seem like we actually do.
I'm again always pretty anti-gun law, so it's interesting for me to like just see these things and be like, I guess I should have more guns.
It's just like, I mean, ultimately that's your solution because it's just like now we need more guns because there's going to be more crazy people with guns.
Yeah, like,
And like
I was
before there was some because weren't there rules about who could conceal carry and whether or not you conceal carry? Now we throwing those out the window.
Yeah, so now I'm like, maybe I am getting another gun. I'm buying another handgun. I want to buy a compact because the one I have right now isn't a compact. So I want something that's actually like
A
same
self-defense gun.
firepower, but nicer to carry around. So yeah, I'm gonna grab one of those. But I was debating on it before, but now I'm pretty sure. I'm like, yeah, you niggas are again.
Shit is going up. So I get that.
I mean, it pretty much comes down to if it.
But I also agree with Ash with not trying to live with fear because I try not to do that. Like, but I also say that it's hard where it definitely crosses my mind when I'm going to do things. Like it doesn't really stop me from doing things, but it's like, well,
yeah, the state
this
of the
could
world,
be interesting.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here in La La Land plugging my ears.
Like I
and
feel
saying
vulnerable
la, la,
in it,
la.
and like the airport.
I'm very much aware of what is going on, but I also know that if you let it get to you, you're gonna weaken yourself anyway. So you gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Like if something happens in the airport, I'm jumping inside the X-ray machine thing.
What?
the little tube that
Yeah.
he's like he's gonna hide in
It's
there.
only made out of metal.
Oh, you're trying to protect yourself.
Yeah. No, it's as of that point, or it's
I
either
get
that
it now.
I'm keep,
Because I feel like if someone wants to just like run up in there with a gun, they're not going to care about you're not supposed to have one. Granted, there's a lot of law enforcement. There's a lot of law enforcement everywhere, though. So
Right.
the response is not instantaneous, and it does not
Yeah.
make people undead.
yeah, so that's like one of the places where I'm like, I can't have my gun. Like shit. It was to the point where I looked up like what are the rules and like how you can travel with your gun.
You got to get like a
And
special little gun case.
You get a gun case, you can do
Yeah.
that, or you can take it apart and have it separated and stow it that way. Because
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I'll just take my gun to Texas with me.
I've seen that. It's an
Because
army
I was
vet
like,
who
you
does
niggas
that.
are interesting, and
Out
I'll
here
just
wilding.
bring my bitch
I mean,
with me.
since it's Texas, you could have possibly just walked.
I
This
can.
is just like got off and immediately just went and bought a gun.
No, I think, like I said, don't be naive. Like, I'm not naive. If you're a woman and you've never shot a gun before, learn how to shoot a gun. At least learn something to protect yourself. If you're a man and you feel like you have to do that, then go forth and have that with you. But I know it doesn't like encumber me to just be like, ugh, gotta go now.
well, yeah,
Nah,
no,
I don't want to move like
no,
that.
I wasn't saying it like you were naive. I was saying
Yeah.
it more like I agree with the like not allowing that like level of like trepidation I have to stop me from doing anything. Like that's why I
Right.
still like went to Dallas when I wanted to, and I didn't
Right.
end up taking my gun because I was like, I don't have a gun case that I
Yeah, don't
can
let
do
the
it.
fear
Like
paralyze
this is too
you.
late. Like, but in the future maybe I will travel with it because I enjoy having it with me, and it's if I can alleviate some trepidation or anxiety, why not?
Yeah,
Because at least at that point, I feel like I'm giving myself the best opportunity that I can. It might not mean nothing. I might get hit from behind
exactly.
and not even get to pull it out. But it provides me mental security. And that's all I'm really looking for because y'all out here in the universe don't provide that anymore.
Exactly. Like I said, people, when you in that fear state, you're not thinking and you're not being empathetic. You're not doing shit, but just survival mode.
Yeah, and reacting.
So I understand why you would want to, but I also know that like I'm protected. If I know how to pick up a gun and shoot one, I will. Hopefully, I don't have to be a part of anything like that. And if I am, hopefully I'm around a nigga got a gun. You know what I'm saying? Don't know how to just
for the most,
pop.
what I can say is
I'm
I know
hoping.
how to load and the general procedure for dealing with most guns.
Yeah.
So I can load, clear, and deal with most things. Can I field strip it? No. But that's not generally necessary for me to be able to pick up a gun and do what I need to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I more so learned that just in case, one, I'm someplace where I end up taking a gun away from somebody else and it's an ultimate neutralizing thing.
Did you ever see that movie Children of Men? Where the world stopped producing babies. Like the last baby that they made was like 18 years ago.
Mm-mm.
Damn. So
That sounds interesting.
it's a very good movie. And it's a complete like it's like a war state for real. Like terrorists is bombing shit. He literally go for a coffee and there is a bombing near this man's head. That's where I'm looking for. Like if I have to get ready, like that's the state I would be like, okay, time to carry a gun around all the time. Like when we go outside and like there's shooting here, there's shooting there, there's shooting. All right, time to have something. That's what I'm looking for at that point. And I'm
See,
not saying that's too moment or too late, but in
For
my
me,
mind,
I would feel
that's
more
what, like-
comfortable with that, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, because right now it's so random that I don't know when it's going to happen.
Oh, okay.
So that's what provides me this level of like uncertainty. If it's happening all the time, that's cool. I just know what I'm walking out into.
all right.
I'm walking out into battle. That's fine. I'm here for that.
You're allowed
Like,
to
I've
do
run
some
into
degree of
buildings
mental-
that have been on fire. Like I want to
Okay.
be a firefighter. Like I can run towards danger and be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it just happening randomly with no warning, that is something that I can't like really prepare
like
for.
that Las Vegas
So it's
shoot,
just-
like
Oh,
that
yeah.
wild Las Vegas shooting when dude had a rifle up inside the hotel. It's just like,
yeah, and they're at the
what am I
concert,
supposed to
and
do
he
against
just
this?
starts raining bullets down on y'all. You just like shit like that where it's like, all right, if I didn't know we were giving it up like this, and I would have moved differently. Like if so in the event where it's like, oh, it's happening all the time, I'm out here with it, ready to give it up as soon as it even feels different. If
Yeah.
it feels a certain way, I'm giving it up because I already know how it can go. But right now, it's like you got that feeling, but it could just be a regular day. You just at the grocery store, at the laundromat, just doing regular shit, and you just like, well, shit. Are there too many people here now to make this a good spot?
Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah, so that's
That makes
more
sense.
where
Why
I was like, I'd
pack
rather it be like where you say, well, if it's happening all the time, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do
It's
that.
like you're sitting there on
Let's
the cliff
go.
the entire time. It's
Yeah.
just like you're looking over the cliff. It's just like,
Yeah, it's-
all right, I need to either fall over this or take a few steps
Too
back.
much potential energy. I need that shit to get kinetic.
And it seemed like out of nowhere it was calm, and then like everybody came outside. I'm like, where was you niggas hiding at? It's so much more traffic. It just seemed like
COVID.
everything is just amped up, and you can feel it in the air. Like
Pretty much
this
everyone's
shit
going
about
back to work.
wild.
I think
In
it's about to
person?
get bad because gas is going up.
Yeah, shit is wild. Like
Like
everything is dialed up. Like the stress levels in people are dialed, and you can feel it. You can feel the rush, and like the
it cost
people.
me $50 to fill my tank.
Where'd you go to fill your tank up? Well, it cost me $45, but
I went to Speedway. It was $48.
Yeah.
So, but still,
it's just like, I got a 10-gallon tank.
I have an 11.
I feel sorry for anyone who has one of those 20-gallon tanks.
Yeah, but so
I'm
that's
looking
my
at-
thing. It's like but shit. Think about you. If gas right now, on the 13th of May in Sacramento, gas was $6.19. Gas is gonna be that.
Yeah,
When
I can
gas
see that
is
coming.
$6 here, it's gonna cost you $60 to fill up your 10-gallon tank.
Yep.
That's how I look at gas. My 10, multiply that by the number, and that's what it is. So it's gonna cost me 60 or 50, or right now we're in the 40s. Not everybody can afford to spend $60 to put gas in their car.
Oh, yeah. Most people aren't lucky like me. I get to change my gas allowance based upon what gas actually is because it's a cost of doing business for me. So I just get to fold it into my price. Bing, bang, boom. Good.
Or me, who is relatively affluent enough that I have a lot of disposable income, so
It varying by $20 isn't the end of the world.
yeah, shit, not at all. Like me spending an extra $20 a month or $40 a month really don't change much for me. But I recognize that do for some people. Some niggas can't go fill their tank up. Some niggas is putting $5 in and not getting a gallon. Or getting a gallon and some.
Back in the
Or no,
day.
not even getting a gallon if you got to put more than regular in your tank.
Yeah. Back in the day. Remember when $5 could get you 3 gallons of gas?
It ain't no more. $5 ain't
gas
shit.
money.
Yeah, it's not no more. If you give me $5, I'm gonna be mad. No. I need 20. I need a solid 20.
A solid 20 for wherever the hell you going.
Yeah, I don't care if you're going down the street. You got to give me $20, bro.
'Cause this is stressful.
But just think about all the businesses that's going to affect. DoorDash.
Yeah.
How many people are going to be either they're going to have to raise their rates?
yeah, Uber already started this weird like fuel surcharge, and I fucking hate Uber Eats already. Like, oh, it's a fuel surcharge, bitch. What does that even? On top of the service charge they charge to get you. Like, if I'm feeling extremely lazy and I go on Uber Eats because I don't want to go outside, and I'm like, this is so dumb, Ash. You
I
could've just
don't
went
use
to
Uber
Uber.
Eats and I don't use DoorDash. So
Me neither.
Those are two things I never
I
actually
recognize that I
recommend.
used it all 2021, and I recognize like, bro, you're basically spending.
You're setting money on fire.
No, you're paying a whole nother meal
And
for
then
them to
they-
deliver this one
Yeah,
meal.
they upcharge the. So if it was $5 in store, they make it like $6 or $7 on the app. And
Yeah.
they charge you a weirdo service fee, and then if you got to pay delivery fee,
Yeah, the app is
now
always
you gotta charge
overpriced.
for these
So
fucking
I just
gases. I'm like,
I don't fuck it. I don't fuck with
No,
it.
Uber Eats
I
get on
cut
my
it off.
fucking
I had to
nerves.
stop that
yeah,
at the end, like mid of 2021. I was like around.
I gotta see it.
I never fell in
October.
that trap.
I was like, nah, I'm not doing it.
No, when I didn't
I
have
got
a car,
really into it because it's convenient. Like
I can get the convenience.
you know, guys know I hate the snow and
Yep.
being out in the winter. So all winter, I was yeah, just bring me food.
It pretty much
bring
said
me food.
Yeah, I only
That's funny.
like I looked at it and I didn't use it because I was ordering from a place that I knew the prices from very well. And it was just like, excuse me?
Yep.
I'm ordering 8 wings and you're telling me it cost me $14
Y'all
for
gonna
8
laugh,
wings.
but I learned that with Mr. Heroes. I'm like, a Roman burger don't cost that much because I knew my Roman burger prices. I was like,
Goddamn
$10 at the
horse meat.
store, $14 on that. I'm like, this don't make no sense. Wait a second.
It's like, that's like a 20% somehow markup.
Yeah, so I'm like, this is when I didn't have a car, so I had to, not had to, but I was choosing to do at the time.
Call me go out with pedal.
And then when I
Hit
got
that
the car,
bike.
now I'm just like,
Grab the bicycle.
And I would see the upcharge and I'd be like, whatever.
No.
And honestly, it's so bad that I wasn't even paying attention to the upcharge. I was just ordering things.
Mhm.
And then one day I really like paid
Broke it down.
attention and looked. I was like, so this is how much the milk costs. And they ordered to charge me a whole nother one of these to bring it to me. So I'm paying for 2 meals. No. And then the wait time started to get a little like wonky.
Yeah.
And people started, it started taking a little longer. And I was like, I could honestly just go get it. And I'll just call the restaurant, order it, and then just pick it up myself and just order from them.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just
It's
do
just
takeout. I'll just do
things-
takeout. And then that's when I became takeout king. That's why I'm like the takeout king now, how I am. That's because I shifted from DoorDash to I'm just going to order from the restaurant and go pick it up.
I don't know. My father beat that into me a long time ago. Never pay for delivery. Go get it your damn self. Whatever.
Man, like I said, it's got to be a real extreme, like,
Like,
I'm not getting out of the bed and I have an extra $40 for this bullshit. And plus the quality of food when it gets to you don't be on point. So
and then it'd be cold.
yeah, so that's why I was like, this is a waste of
And
money, Ash. Do not do this anymore.
And there's certain things that you could never get. Like, I don't ever understand people who order like McDonald's for Uber
Me
Eats
neither.
because it's just like,
Riley was like, can't you just Uber Eats it? I'm like, no, Riley, that's stupid. We're not doing that.
shut
one.
up, kid.
Yeah.
It's just like, and you know how
We're not
serious it
doing
is
that.
if I told you to shut up.
Yeah, like we can't do that, Riley. We got to be a little bit more. And
Thr-
Starbucks, I'm like, nah, what? Like I said, I understood.
You're
when I
either
was
cold
driving.
coffee or
When I
melted ice
was
coffee.
doing Uber Eats as like a driver, those would be my most irritating ones where they were like, go to McDonald's.
Nah, that's
What are we
weird.
doing?
That's strange.
I want to kick this out of the car.
Man.
Now I got to pick this up and then bring it to you, and you live like 4 minutes away. Why didn't you just come here? This was a waste of my time and money. That's why I stopped doing Uber Eats. Like I stopped doing food deliveries and only did rides because rides was a much better thing for me because y'all know how I give it up in driving. And so actually all my customers loved it. They're like, every other Uber gets me to work late. I've never been on time and early. That's all of them. They're like, oh, you get me here so quickly. I'm good at this. Like,
I'm surprised you didn't
drive.
try and set yourself up like, all right, you know what I'm about to do? I'm about to actually set myself up an individual driving service. So that means I'm going to cut these Uber people
don't
out of it.
I've seen that.
You don't want to deal with the particulars of it.
No, I don't like the service industry. What I've learned about myself and what I can say about why I'm always so exhausted, like with working, it's because it's retail. It's me engaging with people. I'm an introvert. So this extraneous engagement with randoms all day depletes me.
Mm-hmm.
So doing that as a job and making just frivolous conversation and just
It's quintessential
Fuck
conversation
no.
is your job.
yeah,
And it's
no.
just like, do you think I should get, I don't know, the eggshell or the off-white? Bitch, they look the same.
Bruh, you don't know how mad I be. Like, I just be hoping that everybody just want to play white so I can just shake it up and give it to them. They can leave.
Shake,
I be
shake,
like, please,
shake
just
it.
want this white.
Shake it
Like,
up.
bruh, it is. I am
I don't know
drained
about-
when it
can
is.
you give me like samples of the teal and the I
bruh,
hate you.
I be dying inside when it's fucking what's it called? It's just so many
Regular
questions.
customers?
Yeah, like
Because you said it's mostly contractors.
depending on what. So
Contractors don't be asking no
So
goddamn
when I'm-
questions.
Yeah, they sound
Loading.
like they. Oh, okay.
it depends on where I'm at.
Oh.
Depends on what kind of makeup that store has.
Okay.
My favorite stores are mostly contractor stores.
Okay.
Because they be coming in there and
The
you're also dealing with
places that
property
I've been
managers.
lately are much heavier, either 50-50 DIY contractor or like a 60-40 in the DIY favor. And it is just like,
God damn it, you indecisive motherfucker.
But the problem is like, I'm also like good at it. Like I'm good at like talking to people and getting them to feel comfortable and like
just because you're good at it
and talking shit and like moving them around and like we'll walk around the store and like it'd be a wonderful experience. And so they'll be like, yeah, go do that. No, I don't. I hate them. So certain stores, like when it's a busy, like my busier stores, I'll just go back and be like, all right, I'm gonna just do 10. Y'all put orders in. Like my favorite, when I go up to UH, I just stand on the tenor and store manager, he talked to everybody, get all the orders, put them in, and I just make these bitches. And that's how we run it. And it runs beautifully.
It was just like...
Because like, I know operation, I know the process. I just honestly don't want to speak to any of you.
Yeah.
And it's not that I hate you guys. I just...
don't have the energy for it.
At all, not every day. Like, I would rather talk to people I like to talk to about things that I find unique and interesting and like
not
like
paint.
I also do a podcast where like talking is my thing, and how I want to do it, we'd probably be doing this like 3 to 4 times a week. I'm not gonna have the bandwidth to talk to you niggas and do this like that. Like no. So like just 2 times a week right now, and having to talk to you all the time is
cutting it close.
Yeah, it's just don't stop speaking to me.
Like sometimes you just need a day of.
I had a question.
Face.
How good are y'all at remembering what we talked about after we finished doing a show?
Oh, it pretty much gets bleached from our brain unless it becomes pertinent inside of some other conversation.
What about you, Ash? Same.
Yeah,
that's me too. Like as soon as we're done here and we finish recording, it's gone. And so like when I'd be talking to people and they'd be asking, like, what did y'all talk about? It'd be like,
my mother be asking me that shit. What y'all talk about today? I hate when I get back at 11 and this young woman
want to have a conversation.
What did you guys talk about today? I'm like,
please stop speaking. I just spoke.
I had that hours. I've had that conversation already. Excuse me.
Or I've been speaking for hours and I would like not to be.
Yeah,
anymore.
just want to be by myself.
I'm tired of like,
hi, how are you?
I don't understand what it is.
Feeling? Oh my God. I want to go upstairs.
I feel like the people that are around us don't understand like what type of like what this requires.
Yeah, like you got to be on your game.
Attentive.
And then responsive. Pulling shit. Oh my God.
Like even in the patches, like when y'all are just having conversation during this show, what I'm doing is like reading to see, all right, is there other things that I want to add from like the Black Lives Matter case to the conversation? So it's not that, oh, he's checked out, he's just bullshitting. No. He's currently
we
also
asked for context and then he actually has to go look for more context.
He's building context now to add more to the conversation. So he's in real time working. That it's building I don't be knowing what I talked about and having to talk about it with you afterwards is not a thing, but it'd be a thing for people. They'd be like, what did you talk about?
A lot.
It's not like me telling you about my day at work.
And I gotta for real pull like the words, the keywords. I'm like, if I just can get this bitch some keywords, she'll stop talking about it.
Yeah, it's like I gotta pull the keywords.
That's I'm like,
it's like, all right, shit, what were the hot topics?
Yes,
babe, boom,
just
we
say
talk about
some random words.
I give her like 5 topics. And be like,
I
that's
give
what we
her
talked
words
about.
like, oh, we talked about whatever we talked about today.
Like,
we talked about this question. Oh, was it good?
I know the last show we talked about
Johnny Depp, Amber Heard.
Oh, see, I wasn't even going to say that.
That's what I remember.
See, that was your signifier.
That was my minor thing.
And shit, I can't even remember what I was going to say now because now the only thing that I can think about is Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Well, I'm only thinking about that currently.
Did we talk about the shootings last week?
Oh, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say we talked about the school shooting and you having a daughter, and so that's what triggers it for me. Ash has a daughter. We talked about the school shooting and her daughter not being in school and her looking at it and that was another way because Ohio's gun laws are going that way, and it just happened in Texas with the thing, and so just kind of like that's why that stays in my head. But yeah, I had completely forgot about the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Johnny Depp got 15 million.
He
Amber
did,
Heard got
and
2
then
million.
they shut down
Yeah,
the
he won.
GoFundMe because there was some people raised like $1 million for her to help pay for her fees, but they shut it down. I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't know
she
how I
lost.
feel about this, but also,
Who was trying to help her?
She was lying.
listen,
You always
Hey,
lying.
You know what's funny?
You always lie.
Why people watch that shit like it was
oh my God.
because like so I happened to be at one of the more DIY stores the day that the verdict came out, and they were watching it on their phones on YouTube
Oh yeah.
on live stream, and
Live streaming that shit in time fucking events.
Yeah.
Y'all
Oh no,
fucking
it's
strange.
like there are people doing reactions on things. It's just like
yeah,
Does you see how beloved Johnny Depp is to our country, though, and like the fabric of our culture? He is one of the most beloved actors of all time, and niggas is ready to ride or
all
die
this
for Johnny
dude
Depp.
did was put on some eyeliner and act random.
I mean, he did so much more than that. Like Sleepy Hollow, he definitely one of my favorite actors. I kind of liked him in that movie where he was the fucking vampire. I forget the name of that movie. It was a dumb movie, but I liked him.
I didn't mind him in Public Enemies. I didn't. It's just like he's done other things. I didn't mind him.
Chocolat. Yeah, that's one of my favorite
I didn't mind him in
movies.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I didn't.
Are
mind
you a
him in Sweeney
Mexican or are you a Mexicant?
I didn't mind him inside of. I think you're talking about Sweeney Todd.
Not Sweeney Todd. It's another movie that he did where he was the vampire that got buried away. It's like it was a whole family and he came. I don't remember this movie, but I just remember thinking like Johnny Depp weird as fuck. I like him as Willy Wonka. What else do I like him as? What's his early shit? Anything that he has his hair down in. I just really enjoy looking at him. And
I also
I
know
love
his
him in
mustache doesn't grow because it's really been the same
Listen,
mustache for his entire life.
Johnny
But-
Depp is one of the most beloved people, and for that accusation to come out was crazy.
he
But-
played Edward Scissorhands,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands,
Freddy Dead, The Final Nightmare.
21 Jump Street.
Oh, he was in the original.
Yeah,
He also played in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, which was another like critically acclaimed one. That's where
Yeah.
who was that?
Leonardo DiCaprio was
Yeah,
there.
he's in there. He played I know, didn't he play in I wanna say so he said Sleepy Hollow.
That's one of my favorites.
Blow, another amazing movie. Blow is probably what got a lot of people into Johnny Depp.
Oh, wow.
Blow is huge. I love Blow.
Was it? I
Yeah.
hate Blow.
You don't like Blow?
No, I was like a kid when I watched it. I don't like drug movies. I don't like drug movies, gangster movies, or war movies.
Oh, see,
I don't know what it is
I
about
like
these three movies.
drug and gangster movies. I'm not big on war movies, but
I
the drug.
don't like-
My grandfather was big on war movies, and he would make us go to like
Yeah.
I've seen Saving Private Ryan in theater.
Because it's
Like
always
that's the type. No, that's the type of nigga. He
it's
was like, "Y'all want
always
to go
a
to the movies?"
downfall.
Yeah. And then we went,
Take you to
and that's
see
what we
Saving
saw was Saving Private Ryan. This 2.5 hour movie.
It's
You know how
epic.
long and irritating it is to have to sit there and watch this movie. You don't know really what's going on. It's dark. It's gritty. But this nigga was all
Ryan
You were
used to be-
soldiers.
Well, they're going to go get him.
Oh, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Where he,
Once Upon a Time in Mexico, yes.
I liked him in that.
But
The Willy Wonka, like you said, The Corpse
Willy
Bride.
Wonka, yeah, Corpse Bride. And there's 2 more movies after that. I don't know, keep going. Because that's around when Tommy did Sweeney Todd. And then after that one, it's just like set in the 70s. I enjoyed watching this movie for what it was worth. But,
I liked him in Alice in Wonderland.
one of The Ninth Gate, that's one of my favorite movies right there. That's an occult movie. I love that movie.
But I don't know.
Oh, Mad Hatter, yep. Yeah, he's so beloved. Like, and though those accusations came out, that's like Brad Pitt getting accused of some shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? People are just woven, or Denzel Washington, like, it could be anybody. And these people getting accused of that shit.
I mean,
spectacle.
When I say, am I surprised? No, but certain people, it's more so about the person. Like something coming out about Denzel Washington would just be weird. It's just like,
yeah.
you've been way too
He played
stable.
Grindelwald in The Fantastic Beasts and The Chronicles of Grindelwald.
At the
That's
beginning.
what he lost his shit
one of-
over.
well,
Yeah.
he got canned from that one.
Yeah.
But they gave him all of his money.
Mm.
It's just like, all right, so we're not going to use you. We're going to use the dude who was Hannibal inside of the TV series.
That sucks.
But
Yeah, no, I would've
that
lost
was
my
kind
shit
of a
too.
garbage. That was also a garbage fire worth of a series. That means if I were him, I would just be.
No,
I'd
I'd have
be
lost my
alive.
shit, bitch.
What he was more so upset about was the newer pirate stuff. because that was pretty much a buy the movie type contract thing. So he was, because he just didn't know how much longer he wanted to just be Jack Sparrow. It's just like, I wanted to at least do a farewell to the character, and he never really got that opportunity. And also in Pirates movies, they moved some guap.
Well, I'm glad he stood up for himself.
He's only got $10 billion, which is less than 10% of 100. So
Still, that's the principle. I'm pretty sure he just did it for the principality. Don't be trying to throw dirt on my name, bitch. This is not the game we're going to be playing here. And he got his justice, so.
I mean, I don't know how whole he is made from this, but hopefully he gets some amount of satisfaction inside his $13 million that he's going to be coming home with, because Amber Heard got something like $2 million out of her $50 million countersuit. So it's just like, you get 2, he gets 15. Break it down, he gets 13. I mean, she had the nerve to be surprised. It's just like, you shat on my bed.
I can't wait to see who date this motherfucker, because there's always some nigga out there that's gonna want to date Amber
Probably
Heard.
Jason Momoa at this point.
That better not be. That's my baby. He better not ever commit no atrocities like that.
He rolled for her pretty hard. He's the only reason why she's still in Aquaman.
He weird. No, I can't ride with you on this one, but what type of decisions you making over here?
I mean, when you're only hearing it's not like he's really friends with Johnny Depp or anything like that. So it's not like we treat everybody like they friends.
Or people could just shut the fuck up and wait for things to,
exactly.
Play out. Yeah.
The fact that he defended her, he could have just not said anything and just let the chips fall where they
Shutting
made.
the fuck up, it's always an option.
I mean, everybody
don't choose that option very often, but it is a viable option.
That's the problem is, if everyone would shut the hell up, we wouldn't have been inside this situation, because there wouldn't have been an article written and she wouldn't have got caught on libel. Because that's the only reason why she was liable for anything, is because she literally wrote a whole article about it and then advertised it. Well, it's just like, this is the textbook. This is the law textbook definition of libel. She did the thing.
Yeah, but if she didn't do the thing, I wouldn't have lost anything, and I might have just kept rolling.
I probably would have been running around with the eyeliner on and being happy.
Yeah. I feel like I agree with Tony, but I think shutting the fuck up is the third option, and people are so stuck into, I have to take the lesser evil. Or you could just look the third option that's permitted and just
let it play out.
Just chill. If somebody asks you opinion, you could just always go boop.
I don't have one. I'm just trying to. I'm waiting like everybody else to see how this resolves itself.
That's a good one.
I mean, that's how everyone plays Deshaun Watson inside the NFL.
I'm just
they got real good at this shit.
Itself.
It's just like, you know what? We are not the authorities. We do not know. So you're just going to allow this to play out how it will, and we will just coincide with the law enforcement and the courts inside of this. It's not our job to figure this out.
Right. There you go.
How y'all feel about this? Y'all can dictate how y'all feel about this and the way y'all interact with these movies, because you don't have to buy it. You don't have to consume the product.
Yeah, and I think I forgot who was talking about that. Was that? I think it was. No, I don't think it was the Critical Drinker. I forget who was talking about how. Might have been, but don't quote me on that. I like his movie reviews. Go check them out if I like them. But somebody was talking about like how Twitter just kind of gave like voice to these celebrities, and how it's actually kind of detrimental, because they always kind of said things, but now it's just like a soundboard for a lot of them to just say whatever comes out of their mouth. Yeah.
It's literally gives them the ability to scream into the ether and have everyone hear them.
Exactly. And I don't know if they being cognizant of like the long-term effects of what you're saying sometimes. Like,
yeah, because it's like, I mean, some of them are, because they have social media managers.
Yeah.
And they don't allow themselves to yell random things in the ether, and they'd be like, hey, you know what? We're about to say, I don't know, fuck the police. Nah, that's not a good thing for you to run for a long time in your career, bud.
It's really not.
There's a more better judicious way of saying this. Thoughts and prayers, baby. They go a long way in terms of like social equity, not really in real life.
Did we talk about the women that were put in jail for having a miscarriage?
Oh, no, we did not.
We did not.
Okay.
Well, I guess a woman was put in jail for having
I was just curious if we talked about it.
I think. Well, no, we didn't talk about it.
We
Do it
can.
fit?
Okay.
I mean, I was just curious because I was looking at my things. I was
It's
like,
just like there's a lit.
I was like, I feel like I don't know if
missed
I
the thing.
mentioned this. No, because it's not in my list, but it's on my like
Itinerary.
Google Chrome,
Mm.
and then so it's open. I was like, well, why is this open? I was like, did I mention this? I don't know. Let me ask. So I asked. I was like, all right, well, I guess I didn't. But yeah, it does have to do with them doing math. So no, a woman was sent to jail because she had meth in her system when she had a miscarriage, when she
That's a tough one. That is
yeah.
a tough
and had
feed.
a stillborn baby because she was 8 months pregnant.
That's a tough feed, boy. And it was here,
No,
I don't
Cali,
think it
right?
really.
it's in California.
Cali.
Oh.
See, that's a tough one.
And so she was in jail for 16 months before the case was dismissed.
Oh, they just missed the case.
Yes, but with the new Roe versus Wade abortion laws looking to be changed and repealed,
Oh wow.
a lot of things like this might be more commonplace. I was just curious what y'all thoughts on this, because even if they don't get convicted, you losing a year and almost a half of your life because you had a miscarriage is still kind of wild. I was in jail just waiting to be dismissed. I still was in jail.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's an amendment violation there because you have a right to a.
It happened in
speedy trial.
2019, so probably they used the fact
mean,
that COVID happened to just leave you there. Is what I would assume.
I understand extraneous circumstances, but you can set bail at a reasonable amount. So that means I cannot be here. Like at that point, you have to set a bail.
Also, she was homeless for a point during her pregnancy, so I don't know if she had the resources.
We got a lot of extraneous issues here.
Oh, all right. So,
I mean, if she
she
wasn't
really minding. It wasn't like, this is a big issue. I want to go home.
I mean, like, she was in and out of jail. She had a home when they came and arrested her. Like, during portion of her pregnancy, she was sleeping in, like, a motel stairwell. But then, like, she kind of got back on her feet. It was with her parents and living and sleeping there. And that's when they
It's a tough
took
one,
her to
man.
jail.
This is
Split up on her.
tough.
I mean, honestly, what do y'all?
I charged her with murder. They said someone has to be there to protect the fetus.
Apparently, they don't because
That's what
some that are dismissed.
the judge definitely dismissed it. But I was
This
just
is
like,
so strange.
that's such a. But I could definitely see that becoming more, because that happened in California.
Right. That's what I'm saying. One of the most like left liberal lenient states.
Yeah, like
Has
there's
said-
some right pockets in California. I will say that, and this is one of them where this happened.
Oh, okay.
And one of the more poor places has like
What are y'all
double
inland?
or triple the like poverty rate. Meth is a real problem in that area just in general. So, but still, if this is happening on the left there, in a really like in a very
general-
left leaning place, I could see the right being like, you had a miscarriage and you weren't doing your utmost as a parent and a mother to
Bitch was a
protect
Counts
your
as an
child.
abortion.
she a super
Yep,
crackhead.
Yes,
counts
it's-
as an abortion, and yeah, now you're in trouble because you were smoking or you drank and you had a stillborn. It's like I don't know.
Whoa. Those
This
two
one
things probably not gonna go to jail because you know why? They lobby. You can't have people out here like whoa. Cigarettes are bad
Yeah, no, you
and
can't.
absolutely unacceptable.
While you're pregnant, yeah.
Nah.
That it wasn't her body, and everybody talking about my body, my choice. But also,
No, it
meth-
was the baby.
No, they are not talking about my body, my choice.
Well,
They
when you
is,
doing
though.
meth,
when you doing meth, you got the baby in you, and it was alive at one point, and you just kept doing it, and then it came out dead. Technically, you didn't really like do anything
Those people are
wrong.
not. Most
I
people
don't want to say it.
people
I'm not doing
aren't
it. I'm not
down with
contributing
my
to this
body,
one.
my
I'm gonna be
choice
quiet.
anymore. as of this
well, no,
point.
I want to know your opinion because
no.
Come
Come
on.
on, Nutri-Grain bars. You
'Cause
sure do love blueberry.
I do fuck with the blueberry
You do?
Nutri-Grain bars. I do. That's the only kind of box that I buy. But
Blueberries.
I want to understand.
I don't
Do you
understand.
agree or disagree?
I don't know. I don't know what should have happened to this woman. I don't know. I
Because
really
it feels
don't.
like part of you feels like that was definitely murder.
Yeah, like it's definitely her fault, but also it wasn't her fault because she didn't like stab the baby in the face or get it scraped out or
I
anything.
mean, I'm
like,
assuming meth is gonna relate.
Yeah,
you know,
but
then
it was
just fuck up
also
your
like
kid.
her baby, her like choice type of thing. Like she definitely didn't, like she did something wrong. I'm not gonna say that she didn't, but that baby was still in her body, like gestating. So she had full intention on bringing it to earth. She was just kind of dumb about it.
I will say she does have 3 other kids, so
Yeah, so like she wasn't like, I need to get rid of this baby. This wasn't like not an intentional thing, but
some
like,
manslaughter.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
yes.
Ash is with it. Actually,
Something needs to happen, I think.
Possibly manslaughter.
This is wrong.
I feel like this is wrong. I don't know how to articulate. Like, is it though? Like, it's one of those like.
I
This
feel
is
like
a
you
big
have
ass gray
a
area.
motherly duty to not be on meth.
Yeah,
While
but
I
she
get there also are
also did it.
meth addicts who get pregnant, and that's probably a wildly complicated system because you're addicted to this.
Yeah, and then
and you
give
have
birth
a
to
baby in you.
babies.
So
I don't even know-
that's probably complicated.
Exactly.
And I don't know how to navigate that, but I
don't
also know
either.
that I don't like it.
Exactly. See, like, what am I supposed to say
So
to
since
you?
I don't like it, I'm gonna punish you for it.
See, that's what I can't
I'm comfortable
do
with
that.
that.
I can't-
I'm very no.
You punish this bitch for that, yeah, because she clearly was like, you didn't give a
You
fuck about this
can't-
kid.
If my baby mama, wife, fiance, whoever would be carrying my child would just start doing meth, and then my baby is dead.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm putting you in the dirt.
Okay.
I'm not
All
going
right.
around fucking around with
Okay.
meth
Or
girls
someone's
to
putting
begin.
you in jail.
Yeah.
You got to go somewhere.
Somewhere.
You ain't gonna be here.
Hey, she did this. Someone come get her.
Someone.
And if no one, everybody's like, nah, we got to help her. Who helping my baby?
I'm
All
not.
right, bet. Y'all help her.
I'm
Do
not
that.
messing around with meth.
Do that.
I'm not messing around with
Y'all
like,
got it.
people who do
Because
meth.
if
I'm
I'm
sorry.
I'm sure in
I'm
this
not fucking with
situation,
you.
it don't sound like
I'm
there's
only
a
sitting up
dad.
here like,
Because like she was homeless, and I don't know if the dad would, unless the dad was homeless too. But then that's rude. You can't say that on the microphone.
what? Unless the dad was homeless too.
Shut up, Charles. You can't go farther than that. Shut up, Charles.
repeated
You
that
can't
shit
go far. You can
clear
say
as
if the dad was homeless too, it's fine.
Oh.
You can't go past that step unless you want to pause and I can tell you what I was gonna say. Cause we can take a break and I'll tell y'all real quick.
Oh man, I feel like we take a break. We're not coming back.
Oh yes, we are, because we still got a whole other topic that Ash was.
What the whole other topic?
Yeah,
with Ash
yeah, I
was?
can't tell you. As you came in here and told me about it.
I know what it is.
I was about to be like, what the fuck? She gonna look at me like, no, I ain't got no time. I was about to
I
be
was like, leave this nigga
irate.
out
I
on
was
the
like,
limb.
wait, no. Because before you got here, she definitely
You was about to
came
treat me
here.
like a meth addict.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
no.
tell you.
All
Oh,
right,
you
meth
were
addict.
here.
Yeah,
What you
no,
doing?
He wasn't
Well.
here, so Charles doesn't know. So yeah, when
Oh, okay.
Charles was like, what? And then Ash was like,
What?
well, I'm gonna be quiet. I was like, oh, no, we're not doing
You
it.
know about to just clam up and make Tony look crazy.
That is
because
fucking
you definitely told me
hilarious.
about this.
So what you
I
got?
don't know which one. I don't know which one to do. Which one are you more apt to?
I don't care.
Okay. Well, I had two. We're going to pick it up. A sexless marriage, or I watched a show called Severance where they don't remember when they go to
I
work.
was there
So
for
which
that
one?
part.
All right. So what sounds good today?
I don't
can
understand how the
one.
first one would necessarily
All right. Sexless marriage. Here we go. Could y'all
from the
be
beginning.
in the sexless? Okay. So I will just preempt this by saying, like,
Let's just say it stopped.
dating.
and then we
yeah,
just end up
y'all
there.
dating and everything cool. Whoa, we get married and then just
It dries
once
up like the
every
Sahara
3
Desert.
once every 3 months. No, not like not. I mean, once
Yes.
every 3
Yes.
months. Yes.
So for a man, when we say it dries up like a death, it has nothing to do with your vagina being wet.
Nah, he ain't say. I mean, this.
I'm talking
concept
about our
didn't
sex
come-
life.
Didn't like. Oh, she has an issue. It's like,
Like I said, it has nothing to do with a woman's
Yeah.
vagina. When we say dries to death, it just means our dick
Okay.
hasn't met wet vagina.
oh,
It's
So our
just
dick
like
is
our
dry.
canoe has not
Yeah,
gone
my
up
dick
down
is
the
dry because
river.
it ain't been in the water for
Yeah.
6 months. About to get this dry rot,
It's the
bitch.
once
My
every,
log is getting some worms and shit. Shit just growing on it.
Okay,
Got
so-
some flowers and shit blooming on here.
Yo, this.
It's just been sitting there forever.
Yeah, this nigga funny as fuck. Cause we was in Westlake. I love my homie. We was in Westlake today, and we was driving down. He was like, "Ash, see them 2 girls over there?" I'm like, "Not really. They pussy like it tastes like bubble gum." I'm like, "Get away from me," because that's how long it has been And this nigga over here is going out bitches telling me about they pussy, what it look like. I'm like, you really are starved. But anyway.
I couldn't
Does it
deal with that.
happen?
No. I wouldn't.
Once
It's just like
everything.
I would honestly be vexed at that point. Like, unless we're like over 60 or something, I'm trying to figure out what am I doing wrong here.
Yeah, that's like his
Like, is
that's
there
like
something?
the biggest issue, 'cause
Do you
I
not
listen
find me
to-
attractive anymore?
Yeah, 'cause
Why
I
not find you
listen to
attractive
it.
anymore?
I listened to like a YouTube conversation about it to make sure like I was giving my homie like sound advice, man. Cause I didn't want to tell him nothing because I've been divorced. So I didn't want to be like a bitter bitch about it. And basically what I told him is I'm like, I don't know. It's a bigger issue going on. It's a battle that someone else is fighting. But what I do know is that you can take care of yourself. Don't just lose yourself in this process. You can take care of yourself and stop internalizing it like you the issue. And that's what the other people said in the videos. I'm like, oh, I feel so good. Because I don't want to tell him, jump ship. I did tell him, like, yo, if this ain't getting better and her behavior ain't changing, then yeah, because you can't get your time back. And that's what he was saying. But I'm also like, this could be the winter of your relationship. This could also be like, if you think that she worth it to tough this out,
I
then
mean,
go.
did he actually try and have a real conversation about this?
Yeah, he told me like this is what like it's like a whole debacle all weekend. Like I took him to lunch and everything, and he showed me the messages and shit. And I'm just like, I'm glad you stood. I just told him, I'm glad you stood up for yourself.
I mean, I'm going to try and look for a solution inside of this situation if it was me, but
But that's like in a bigger issue. Like if you're not fucking somebody for real, like I'm not saying that you don't want them, but it's really because think about it, sex start before getting to the bedroom. It's all up here mostly. So the fact that this is just like a disconnect between here and here, because when he was talking to me about it, you can tell he just had like, you know, physical touch is probably one of his like love languages. So when he didn't get that, you know, oh, it must be fucking trouble in paradise.
I mean, I suppose, I guess that makes sense
Mhm.
if it's a critical thing for him in order to be able to function.
Yeah.
It's just like, I know touch isn't necessarily a big thing for me, but I mean, I like sex as much as the next guy. So it's just like, for real. Like, is there actually a problem here? Do you have some self-image problems? Because I know it can kind of be there. It's just like, if she doesn't think she's attractive necessarily, she assumes that I don't think she's attractive.
Yeah, I don't know if it's from what I've been told. I don't think it's that, but I know it's obviously like
I'll say this because what I want to do is steer this away from you getting too personal.
Yeah,
into your
that's why I
homie
stopped
business.
myself.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's broaden this up because this is why I yell at y'all. Y'all don't know how to have a broad conversation.
No, I'm trying
Well,
to
I'm not-
stop. I stopped.
I'm not necessarily talking about his particular situation. I'm literally just saying, is it any of these things? Because these are the things that I know that can fuck with people's heads.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll say this. For me, I've kind of experienced that.
Oh, okay.
Where the woman I was with, like, our sex life was very like inconsistent, I'll say. It's nothing like 3 months because like I'm saying something. And I'm like, what's going on?
Right.
What's happening? But even in that, it was still very inconsistent and like, or it would go at least like maybe a month. I never really internalized that as like a me issue. It was always a her issue. Oh, you don't want to fuck me. Women want to fuck me.
There are others. What's not me. So what's going on with you?
You're not comfortable.
Yeah.
But I knew that was like our issue. But like we had conversations to like afterwards that like highlighted that more so than like during the point. In the moment, it was more frustration. I'm irritated that this is not happening. Our conversations about it are kind of like argumentative. And so, but I'm never internalizing it like it sounds like it could be for some other people where I guess for me, I look at it as a outward issue instead of an inward issue because just of how my mentality is. It's like, women been fucking me. You don't want to fuck me. I'm going to come across some women that don't want to fuck me.
Yeah.
Okay. But that don't change that women are going to continue to want to fuck me. And now maybe I'll go fuck one. Because you're not fucking me. So that was Tony's immature response. Like, I'm going to go fuck the women that want to fuck me. I'm going to still date you because I like you and I like your personality. But I'm going to go fuck other women because I want to have sex. And they want to have sex too. And you don't want to have sex, so I don't want you to have sex. But I also would say, like, in my situation, there wasn't anything that was an outside factor that made me feel insecure. Where I can get if, like, let's say Charles's wife just stops fucking him, and then also she now got to work late every night. Charles might be a little more frustrated and a little more insecure about, like, maybe it's something with me. Where most of my shit wasn't any of that, where it's like a separation from me. It was like, be around me all the time. It was just no pussies involved. Okay. So you just legitimately don't want to have sex, but you want to be around me. So that, I guess that's also was helpful in me not internalizing it, where if it's,
I mean, I don't know.
The person doesn't want to, like, give you any form of, like, connection or connectivity, I could see that being more of a issue where you internalize that, where it's like, well, what's wrong with me? Where for me, it was like, all right, well, you want to be around me and things like that. You're just uncomfortable with sex.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't like this, but it's also doesn't feel, I guess, as bad as, like, you casting a judgment on, like, I don't like you and I don't want you. It's, you have a complex. Is how in my mind, how I rationalize. All right, there's something going on with you. Got it.
Yeah.
Where I can see if they're, like, distancing themselves in, like, other ways and other facets, it could probably become more internalized, where it's like, all right, well,
you're around me all the time.
You are removing yourself from being around me and even allowing the opportunity for, like, any level of intimacy. Because I will say, like, that was never an issue. As long as it was non-sexual, intimacy could be fine. Like, cuddling up, grabbing whatever, kissing, like, that's fine. It was just, like, it was a weird sexual, like...
There's a weird barrier there.
And, yeah, and like, I know what the barrier was at this point in this stage, but that's more personal, and you know how I am.
Yeah, but it's also, like, retroactively, it's
don't matter.
Still quintessentially the issue of the relationship. It's
yeah.
We couldn't cross it. This is the barrier that we just couldn't cross.
This barrier that we couldn't cross.
Vexing as hell to me right now.
Yeah.
Because it's just like this. Trust me, I want to be doing this. And sometimes people are very upfront. It's just like, oh, I'm not trying to do that before marriage. Bet I opted into that. But if we cross that line a lot and then we just stop crossing that line, it's just like, well, what's the deal? It's just, I guess I've had the situation where things just stopped happening less frequently, but it was, for me, it was more, she had more so a self-confidence thing. It's just like, as a dude, I never really, I can kind of get the self-confidence issue. Is just like, I don't know, I'm just not, like, confident when I'm doing this thing. Is just like, well, you're doing a pretty good job.
This nigga.
So, nah,
I never want you to compliment you.
I did have to learn that women need, like, active participation in certain areas. Like, a woman told me she didn't think that I liked her giving me head because I didn't push her head down and, like, assist in, like, the head giving process and, like, be that type of guy. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that, like,
That was
that level of engagement in me, like
as opposed to me just
being
sitting there
involved.
relaxing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like sit back and get my enjoyment, and you needed me to be like more like grab your
Yeah.
hair and like
Go
move
for
it
it.
in and like push it down a little
That's
bit, and like
extra.
it's like
You want porn star
I feel
violence.
like that. Yeah, I feel like that move is like extra. Like if you're not paying attention to a nigga's cues when you sucking his dick and he just kind of sitting there, then you should stop because clearly he's not enjoying himself. There are other ways to know that a man is thoroughly enjoying himself. That head thing is like, I don't know. It's like a.
like I said, I didn't know that that's what she wanted me to do, and then
So
she
you
told me
started
because
doing
when I was
it.
talking to her about it, I was like, "You don't give me head a lot." She's like, "Well, I think you like it."
Like,
How did we get here?
Right.
When did I say
when
that?
did the results
She
dictate?
said-
When did the results dictate that?
That's fucking
well,
hilarious.
no, it never got to a good result because she would always stop.
It's
Soon,
just like
because and then finally I was just like, why
are
you
you
just
doing?
always be stopping and go to sex? She's like, I don't think you like my head. Why?
I would have said something.
You better
You don't
demanding
do this.
answers.
Yeah, now I'm curious. Now I have questions. Now answer. And then that's how I got to the,
What?
oh, you
I
don't
know.
push my head down when I'm giving you head. Oh. Okay.
I'll start doing
I
that.
didn't think that level of interactivity was
I-
necessary.
I
but
didn't, but I can. I've generally dated women that were like head monsters. So I never had to be involved in
Assistance
that
was
process.
not necessary.
Yeah, it was just like, all right, do your thing. I got
Everything's
it.
included.
go do this.
Yeah,
I'm not
just-
trying to be getting in the way.
Yeah, not at all. Like, you got it. And so for me,
Like,
I'm like,
Y'all are better than that. This
I'm
than I am.
not, like, why I gotta push your head down? Is like, I've never had to do
okay.
that. And like,
Oh, this is just.
but I guess maybe if you are a woman that isn't like the most like active participant in giving head, and you deal with, and you're a virgin and the guy's virgin, and then boom, that's how y'all start, and then that's how he like gets into it, is like doing that. I could see like you expecting that to be the thing,
That
because
being
for
normal.
me, I started off with like a head monster,
Mhm.
and then just continued with that route of women. Luckily enough,
This is what-
because you don't know,
Stupid.
you never know, you never know,
What the fuck?
you never
She
know.
A head monster, nigga. What?
Monster.
I
with
get
the-
it. Okay.
Yeah, no,
I
this is
get it, I
crazy.
think.
Oh, it's
Yeah, you never know, because how would you know?
How would you
Oh.
know?
Yeah, that's not something you can just look at and be like, she probably gives amazing. Well, like you have no idea what's going on.
There's no
Yeah, not at all.
evaluation.
No,
It's,
no,
you
it's
can
not
say,
like,
like,
she
oh,
got
she
a
got-
fat ass, or she got nice tits, or
she
she
got
got a pretty
DSL.
face. Like, that don't matter. Even big lips don't matter. Like, that,
Exactly.
that don't help anything unless you know what you're doing. So, it's just like, all right, cool. I didn't know that this was a thing or necessary or what I should be doing, because for me, I just always,
I mean,
Oh my
every
God.
every single girl I've dated has always been able to put me up the wall like it's The Grudge or something.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
Oh my god.
yeah. So I apologize for that, but yes,
He said sorry.
it might be something
I'm
like
so
that
sorry.
where it's like it could be where the woman is feeling like what I'm expecting from you and what you're given aren't hidden, and I no longer want what you're giving. So just know.
Yeah.
Or I've also seen, especially in the
Mm-hmm.
communities, that women will get married, have kids, and then become an icebox.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing. Because I mean,
Because what their goal was inside of marriage was to
secure.
make a family.
and so it's done.
Done.
Yeah,
I don't really want to fuck on you.
that's some wild ass shit.
But I
As
know
a
women like
woman,
that. That
Excuse me, the children were the byproduct of what I wanted to be doing to
But
begin
ain't
with.
sex just
like
fun?
one of
Like,
our friends,
just don't-
his ex, that's kind of a bitch. The one that moved all over the place for her.
Oh.
She's kind of like that. Where the physical aspect wasn't really like that important to her. Yeah.
Well,
That's some scary shit. Y'all talked to this lady who was.
That was
40 years
conversations
old.
that me and him had.
that's kind of disappointing.
Bro, I told you I didn't like her.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I knew it.
I know what you're
I
talking
mean,
about.
I figured it out contextually from the very first one. And that once you figured out, I hate that bitch. Oh,
no,
No, I know
I
who you're
don't
talking
like
about.
this woman.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
she's not a good
I know
person.
her last name now.
Yeah, no, I know.
It begins with a C. Anyway.
Not a good person. That's all I know.
man. I don't know. I mean, sex
do
is
you
pretty
do-
fun. I don't understand why people would just be.
Yeah, I
like-
heard the inverse too when I was looking up the YouTube videos, and I'm like I said, I was just making sure I was.
But I think
giving
it's also
someone
partly a
advice.
generational thing. Like, I'm not saying those people still don't exist within our generation. They definitely do.
They
but I
do.
feel like they're probably a lot less because it's like we don't exist inside the era of. But then again, no, people were pretty wild back in the day too.
I was going to say they exist still pretty regularly here. I would say it's an ideology that I'm more than my reproductive organs.
True, you are. But that's also a part of you.
And I use them for what they're made for.
Yeah.
Which is also to seek pleasure.
No,
Well,
no, that's something they can be used for. What they are made for is to reproduce children. I did that.
well, my question
And
is,
now you're telling me about things I could do if I wanted to, but I don't.
Yeah.
does
So
it
I won't.
stop feeling good when you can no longer have kids?
But if what you're telling me about again is things that I could do if I wanted to, but I don't.
Well, apparently that's a real conversation. I'm going to have to continue to make sure I make very front and center
Ain't
whenever
that
I get
scary?
married.
Like, what
it's
if-
just like, hey, yo, bitch,
Hey,
did the
actually, hey, no. If this is happening to people, I
Yes.
don't want it.
Now you got to think about that because I'm not saying sex is the most important thing, but it is a show of affection and attraction. It's like what keeps the things
I enjoy
going.
this.
And
This-
then it just, what if a dude just is like, no, I've married you and now no more dick for you? Like, you didn't disclose this before we signed the contract.
Yeah, no, I wanted to make children, and now I don't want to give you dick.
No, what am I
I'll-
going to do with this? Can
Making
I see
children
other,
is
I
a
don't wanna
result
see
of
other people
something.
I married
Like
you.
the way I would is just like, as far as I'm concerned, when we're ready to have kids, that just means we just do this with no rubbers and no.
Think about
Oh,
the
no anything else.
Think about the
Okay.
concept of Charles, not Charles, but of Carl.
Yeah,
He's not,
but he's very upfront about that.
Yeah.
but it doesn't change that that's who he is.
Yeah, I'm not saying that changes who he
but,
is.
But what you said is, I don't think there's a lot of people in our generation. We know one.
we know one.
He's a close friend of ours.
but he is very also upfront about
But
that.
I'm
But that
saying, but
don't
what if
change
you
that
don't
you
know if
could-
you're not upfront about that? Like I said, before they got
Yeah, you could be
married.
Oh no,
people
that's
that
the reason
follow-
why.
sh-
This is the
you
reason
know?
why I just added that asterisk. It's on the checklist of
How do you
conversation.
not forget to
Like-
fail to mention that to somebody? Like, hey, I just really
Because
think
you're
that
assuming. Because a lot of people make assumptions,
I'm on the
and I am
grind.
not allowed. I'm not going to allow that to happen. So after we had his kids, we still smashing, right?
I'm gonna have to ask that now. Like, hey, how do you feel about like you like think I'm like some biblical like Madonna now? Like you won't touch me or some shit? Like you don't see the hoe in me anymore? You don't see me as a nasty bitch that just needs tongue up her ass every once in a while. You don't see this anymore? It just stops.
Yeah.
No,
We
None
gotta
of
talk
that.
about now. I'm gonna have
them.
to ask now.
Yeah, so I
It's
guess
just like-
for me it's a
That's
lot of different
scary.
conversations that probably should be had that like people
I
don't
didn't
have.
think to ask that. Now I'm
So
gonna ask.
so there's just a lot of different things. It's like, hey, it could, because if before we're doing all this wild stuff before marriage, yeah, because now my goal is to get married to you. So boom, now we did that. Now my next goal is to have children with you. Boom, now we did that. All right, I don't need to keep fucking you. I've attained all the things that I wanted. Kids, the marriage. I have the family.
It's just
Mhm.
like at that point.
I'm
Once
here
I
now.
got the kids,
Goal
one of us gets a
attempted.
vasectomy and our tubes tied, and then we're going to continue our lives on.
I would hope that somebody look. I got a whole bunch of like spiritual books and like qigong, like she's on like I got Kama Sutra books. Like I hope a nigga look and be like, Oh, okay. And then just be like, this is not going to work for me.
Context.
Yeah, like, I hope you just
Make
take
sure
a
you-
look of fucking
I mean, there's
around
no
and
context for male to make sure.
that sex is important to me. Not the most important, but it is in the top 5.
I do have books on it. Most of my books aren't
Yeah,
about
like,
that.
no, I hope to continue this sexual relationship well on after we have children. I hope you look at me one day and just think I'm the most scrumptious thing in the room and decide that this needs to happen right now.
Yeah, no, I just think that
It was like
more conversations about what you actually want, what's actually acceptable, what's comfortable, what's good, because like, again, I'll share another personal story. I was dealing with a woman and definitely could feel like the insecurity during sex.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it was like, but it would be gone when like we would drink and have sex.
Well, yeah.
But then I recognize it.
inhibitions.
Yes, but exactly. So I recognize it's not the act; it's you being
In
in your head about that. Because when your ambitions are lower, you're the aggressor. Like we're having an amazing time, but
You're
on
wearing
the other
mirror.
spectrum, you still might want it, but like once the action starts happening, your body's stiff and like it feels like you're not into it, which then makes me feel weird. It's like, all right, I don't know.
Am
I don't want to do
I
it.
have to. We,
Yeah.
as a male, I
Yeah.
have to be very careful about this.
Yeah,
Very
like
careful.
all right, we don't have to do this. I'm gonna get off because this feels weird as fuck. So it could be something like that where it's a level of like comfortability that isn't being like recognized. Because I'm not gonna say, I'll say I'm generally a lot more perceptive than most people around me, and I usually bring that into the bedroom with me and like paying attention to like how a woman's body responds. And I know that's generally not how men operate with women in terms of sex. It's like, I got my nut. So it's like,
I got it.
for me, it's like, no, if I see that this maneuver makes her move a little more than all these other ones, then all right, I'm hitting that one much more consistently than any of these other things because I know that that's what she likes. Like I'm looking for these physical, these cues. And so like when they're devoid of that, I recognize, oh, you don't like none of this. This is weird and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm out of
I
here.
need you to loosen up some.
Yeah, but then you can't really tell somebody that, hey, loosen up, because trust me, being in the situation and then trying to have those conversations doesn't make it any more comfortable.
Oh no, it makes it all the worse.
Yeah, now it's a much
It's
more
just like,
uncomfortable
well,
situation.
now
You're like,
something-
well, I don't
am
know.
doing something wrong.
Exactly. Now am I doing? It's like, well, no, but yes.
It's just
You
like
in your head more now.
It
Yeah,
just doesn't-
but yeah, and now my dick is off, and I don't want to do it, and now you're like, why you? It's like it's because now I'm in my head,
because
and
I've
you're
had
in
to
your
like
head,
I had to
and-
have a 15-minute conversation.
And not even that shit. I'm in my head and you're in your head now. And now we're both in our heads and this isn't
No,
happening.
This isn't happening.
And so I just feel like there's a lot of like miscommunication and lack of like transparency that can be happening on both parties' side that could lead to like
Yeah.
sex not happening. That doesn't have to be nefarious.
Yeah.
Now it could be because like I said, if they're going the extra mile to distance themselves in other ways to just remove the opportunity for any level of intimacy, that speaks to a greater issue of they don't want to be around you. And you should probably address that. Fuck them not wanting to fuck you. They don't want to spend
what's the
time
problem?
with you.
Yeah.
And so I don't care that you want to fuck me right now because you don't even want to be around me. And now we need to address that.
Because one naturally leads to the other. You got to be here for this to happen.
Yeah.
So
And you're never even here for me to hug you, give you a kiss. Like I can't even physically be around you for the majority of the time. So
for me to be able to snatch your ass
how
up.
is like sex isn't even on the table right now because like I can't even be intimate in like a affectionate way where maybe I just want to hug you from behind and tell you that I love you and just keep it moving. You can do none of that because you don't allow for that opportunity. That's a different issue. You uncomfortable around me or you comfortable around somebody else.
Yeah.
So it's something you doing. you not just existing in the ether alone by yourselves floating in space. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So, because, I mean, if you could, we'd all probably choose to just go do that every once in a while. You know, I'm just going to go to the ether and float by myself for a while. But that's not an option. It's dealing with yourself, being alone because, hey, I'm just not comfortable. Or I'm engaging with somebody else because they make me comfortable. Or I enjoy this more. Or better. Or differently. So I guess that's where I would take it. Yeah. That's just from like my perspective.
As we can say, there's quite a few different situations inside of this, and there's no one size fits all approach for this. But I mean, those are our experiences, I guess. But yeah,
that's scary. It's like
I added another thing to my checklist, or at least conversational checklist.
Now we just asking now.
So, what's your goal inside of our lives? We want to have kids. So, what do you see us doing after that?
You see me as an incubator?
I guess I can speak to the fact that I've also been on the other end of the spectrum where I've been the person to just stop fucking. Mm-hmm. And have them do the most in terms of questioning me and accusing and turning it into a really bad situation where I just decided to opt out at the end. But it had nothing to do with them. I would be horny at certain periods. It was just the period that I'm horny right now and the periods that you're free don't align. And where my mindset is right now, if it doesn't align with how my flow is going, it isn't incorporated into my life. But it was during the time when I was writing the book. Mm. So my whole being was into writing this book and just doing that and getting it out. So I didn't have a lot of extra energy to commit to another person in that way. Where it's if you don't catch me in this cycle of energy and how I'm moving, you probably just gonna miss it. And I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing because I don't want to break the way that I'm moving right now because I have a goal and everything is flowing the way this should. I said, I'm going to do this by the end of the summer. Everything is clicking. I'm hitting my paces. Mm-hmm. And they were just wildly upset. It was, how you going to do that and fuck me and then just stop? And I know you like sex. You fucking somebody else. Who you fucking? Oh, yo dude said that you left this in another chick's car. And just and which, I mean, I did tell, and I didn't tell him that I left it in another chick's car. I told him I left it in my girl's car. Mm-hmm. You and him just happened to talk. And so he, with his big mouth, said to you, oh, Tone left his phone in your car. And you know that not to be the truth. And so now you upset. The truth of the matter is I was just lying to that nigga. And what you did is believe the nigga that I lied to about a lie and brought to me a lie. And then we argued about it. And then I called him, and then he said that he never said that.
He just was lying.
And then I see, this is what I told you. But this is the type of drama that it can bring when you just stop fucking somebody. So I know that it can make someone insecure and feel crazy about themselves. And even when you're explaining that it don't got nothing to do with them, it don't necessarily
that could be
mean anything.
One. Yeah, because I was explaining to someone, it could just be a season. And if you love this person enough, then you'll cut through the season. It could be, like I said, I don't want to be.
Once
I am the divorced person.
We had just started dealing with each other, and not even just started. It was, we had been dealing with each other for a decent little bit, but actively kicking it heavy like that had just really engaged. And then so I can see how from her perspective for it to be real heavy, and then for me to be going to this weird internal phase for her to be what the fuck is happening? But for me it's all right, I just need you to be through this and also stop trying to. It was two things for me really the reason I stopped fucking. One, my energy is super focused on writing. 2, when I'm over here, you try really hard to be like the controller and a dominant force. I don't do well in environments like that. No one tells me what to do. Period. Not my mama, not your mama, not Jesus, not your God. Jesus ain't my God. I just want y'all to know that. But I was just saying, like, anyone y'all could think of, no, I'm doing what I feel like I want to do. And you are very, very controlling. I don't like it over here. So I don't want to spend time over here because when I'm over here,
You want me to be doing what you want.
it's in like on like some of the like hyper crazy, like I went to throw something away in the trash. And that was an issue. Like, no, not that. You can't.
That's too much.
Oh,
It's just like, all right.
okay. So you want to control every aspect of your environment. That's cool. This is your environment to control. I just won't come over.
I'm gonna
Now
opt
this
out
is
of
an issue.
environment.
Because now you don't get dick and I don't want to come over.
Okay,
But you're controlling. And I keep saying that, and you keep saying it's going to change, and you're reading books.
you reading books don't mean shit gonna change.
You arguing with me about me not wanting to have sex with you isn't making, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore.
You will feel weird.
What you've made me do is one, call you out your name. And I was working on not doing that. But you just wouldn't stop speaking. And I needed to get your attention. And I know, I said, stop, wait, wait.
Keep talking over me.
And you just kept going off. I said the B word, and you immediately shut up. Look at that. Look at the fuck that. But that's not how I was trying to approach the shit. But I knew, hey, I know how to get you to be quiet and just tell you what I need to say, so you could just nip this in the bud because you're wrong. But I don't want to go there with people, and so I recognize that when you try to force the other person into doing your thing, they usually pull away harder. Like I did, because I'm not doing this anymore. I'm out of here.
Right.
So,
I mean, people would have fit. People. I mean,
so I guess I can speak from both ends where I'm like, yeah, I can see how it can be. It for me is really frustrating when it was happening to me, and how I was like, I don't understand what's going on, but I never internalized it because like there was never an issue with intimacy. But I can also see how I was the one where there was like a complete drain of intimacy as well, where it's like, no,
Yeah, I don't feel this
I
level of
don't
closeness with you.
want to come over, and no, I don't want to fuck you while I'm over here. I don't want to do a majority of these things. I don't like this,
I mean, what?
and I'm trying to, and like sometimes I fuck you and I don't want to because I know that you want dick, but I don't want to do this, and the majority of times I just don't. So
It's real weird because it's like there's the situation at hand. It's like, well, what am I really supposed to do with this? Am I supposed to show up, sleep with you, and then bounce? Because that's probably real awkward too. You don't want me to stay here.
Well, and that's what I tried to explain to her. If you want me to just fuck you with no regard and remove like the me that like wants to care about you and fuck you, which is, I guarantee you is a much better fuck than the fuck that you've gotten already. You gotta chill out on this. Or I could treat you like someone I don't care about and just come give you dick, but then I'm not gonna want to be around you afterwards. I'm gonna go back to doing what I was doing. I'm gonna give you dick and then leave. Oh no, you don't like that option either? That doesn't sound appealing to you for me to just dick you and dip and not have any regard for you?
Dick and dip.
I knew that's not what you wanted. But you don't want to
But
give me
this
the
environment
space
is not
and the energy to
exist.
in any capacity, so I don't know what to do for you.
Because it's like I can't even throw away trash. I can't throw away trash. And at that point, that's just exasperating because it's just like I can't do basic functions. Next thing you know, you're gonna look at me as like you gotta sit and pee.
It was just everything was very like controlled. Like, don't put this here, don't do that dish there. It was just like, okay,
You could have taken all the dishes if you want them done in a particular way.
in the way that you want. I don't want to be here because when I invite people over into my environment, it's very welcoming and warming and trying to be like, ladies are like, hey, what do you want to watch, or what are you into, or what do you want to do, and trying to be accommodating host. You, on the other hand, aren't accommodating at all, and I don't want to be here because I could go home and do all the things I want to do.
Yeah, I remember. I think you're thinking into the mode of really just seeing like how you notice that. Like clearly, if you were to ignore that, that would have led to a bigger problem. Because usually people show you who you are. Like, are they really combative? Are they really open to change? Those are the like really important things that you really got to pay attention to now when you get into a relationship with anybody. Like for me, when I was hearing about people and how it seemed like people don't want to change, I'm like, that wouldn't work for me because I need an amount of openness with my partner. Whereas like, I need you to have firm boundaries, of course, but I do need a certain amount of openness to be like, well, we can try that. We can try this. We can try that. But I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that. A certain degree of openness and like willingness to learn and a willingness to change, and change don't frighten you. That would be something like that. That's really important to me. It may not be important to somebody else, but I guarantee like it'd be so much harder to be like, hey, this is how you treat me. I don't like it. And if this don't change, I don't think things are going to get better. But you kind of already knew that when you got into a relationship or a marriage with this person, that they just weren't open-minded. This is how it is with them. And that to me is a big red flag, because if we come across a problem, I need you to be flexible enough to say, I'm willing to solve an issue. Not so much no matter how we get there, but at least be open to ideas to solving it. Because that just extends to other parts of your relationship, not just with like, oh, who's getting groceries or anything like that. It extends to when we come across really big problems like this. You know, are you willing to just really open your eyes and step back and say, well, damn, I need to change? That right there is crucially important to me. And I don't know if it wasn't important to anybody else, but just paying attention to those cues with people to see like, well, no, they just not really open in that aspect. Well, it probably won't work for me then.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything else. I'm all storied out.
I'm all storied out myself. But yeah. Well, I guess this has been another episode of Conscious Reconstruction.
Yes, it has. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe.
Gotcha twice.
All of the things. Like, what?
All of the things.
I have been here. I'm just Charles 009. I've been here with Zero Cool and Sleepy Melbourne.
And I'm going to tell them the thing that I didn't tell them on mic.
Yep. Because it's rare that you remember those types of things. Later.